Arizona. You're watching the 2022 Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Featuring the Ohio Bobcats out of the Mid-American Conference and the Wyoming Cowboys representing the Mountain West Conference. It's a beautiful afternoon for football here on the campus of the University of Arizona. In the 60s, some sun, some clouds are out in the stadium, but that isn't exactly the case in Laramie, Wyoming. We hope you're staying warm in Laramie and Athens. You've got a warm December afternoon as well. Thank you for tuning in today, wherever you may be. And we want to welcome you up to the broadcast booth. He is Dave Portnoy. He is Dan Big Cat Katz. I'm Jake Marsh. Thanks for joining us today. So, Dave, football coverage has always been the heartbeat of this company. You started roughly 2 decades ago, and we are taking that to the next level here today.
Yeah, the first ever Barstool Bowl game, the Arizona Bowl. Let me tell you a little history, little facts, Jake. There's only a first once of anything in the history of the world. This is the first. So somebody today is going to have the claim that no other team in the history of the world ever will have again, winning the first Arizona Bowl.
That's absolutely right. And Big Cat, a lot of the things we're going to talk about today are about the uniqueness of this broadcast. What are some things the fans at home can expect today?
We have everything. I'm about to do the national anthem. We have Frank the Tank flipping the coin, Jersey Jerry grabbing tees. We have a field goal competition. All kinds of stuff, Caleb and Roan on the sideline. It's going to be great. I love bowl season. I'd watch this game anyway. I'd watch it twice because we're calling it.
First game ever, I believe that is just streamed strictly a bowl game, right? So a lot of firsts today.
Shout out us.
Absolutely.
Yes, shout out us. Credit to us.
Making history here today. And if you are responsibly wagering on this game, Ohio, a little bit of a favorite. As of right now, a 2.5-point favorite over Wyoming. The over-under at 41 points at this moment. Let's begin with the Ohio Bobcats out of the MAC. 9-4 this year, Dave. They went to the MAC championship game. A huge turnaround from a season ago. They were 3-9.
Yeah, they finished really strong, played great football down the stretch. They're having a ton of fun. They came to Tucson. I'm hearing they maybe had too much fun. They're excited to be here.
Yeah, they had a 7-game winning streak to close out the regular season. That was eventually snapped in early December with a 17-7 loss to Toledo in the MAC title game. And you see that third bullet right there. Curtis Rourke, the quarterback, was injured in mid-November at Ball State. There are plenty of playmakers on this team, but their best player will be on the sidelines. Curtis Rourke is the MAC Offensive Player of the Year, but unfortunately, the man they call the Maple Missile tore his ACL and meniscus against Ball State in mid-November. Rourke lit up opposing defenses all season long, and although he may not be suiting up today, he's still playing a pivotal role in today's game. And for more on that, we go down to the sidelines. Curtis Rourke is wired up.
Yeah, I'm mic'd up, baby. Woo! It's one of those dreams that you never knew when it would happen or if it would happen, but it's happening. In the Arizona Bowl, I got it. Best hands in the room. Don't do any line drives this way, you know. Have to. What song's coming on though?
Stanky Leg.
Stanky Leg? Wow. I feel like a mobster, CJ. All white? I mean, I might have to take the sweatshirt off. I am feeling a little toasty.
You want to throw my bag?
I love when everyone finds out like if you're mic'd or not. They're like, oh, and they start like triple thinking what they're gonna say before they say it. I know people get razor burn from like shaving, but like when I don't shave, I shave like maybe once every
After that, you have to grow out
3 years.
facial hair to shave.
Down. Look at that. There it is. Sweet, sweet.
So who is the next man up for Ohio? Meet C.J. Harris, the redshirt sophomore out of West Bloomfield, Michigan. Number 10 is making his 3rd career start today, and he can be a weapon both in the air and on the ground. Harris ran for 3 touchdowns in his first start against Bowling Green. Back up here in the broadcast booth, Jake Marsh, Dave Portnoy. Big Cat has made his way down to the field. He'll be singing the national anthem in a few minutes. You won't want to miss that. All right, so that's Ohio, Dave. Let's turn the page to the Wyoming Cowboys. 7-5 this season, but they're back in a bowl game, back in the Arizona Bowl for the second time. A postseason berth, that is familiar territory for them.
Yeah, they make the bowls a lot. And to be honest, we couldn't have a better team for this, the Josh Allen connection. But they consistently earn the bowls. They're taking it super seriously. And I expect big things out of them. We're in their hotel. They traveled big for this game.
Yeah, this is the second time that Wyoming is in the Arizona Bowl. They were here in 2019, beat Georgia State by 3 touchdowns, and looking to win in this stadium for the second time in their program's history. Quarterback Andrew Peasley runs the show on offense. The Utah State transfer has thrown for nearly 1,400 yards this season, and his mobility will play a role in today's game as well. So this game is kicking off in just a few minutes, Dave, and we have no idea who is starting at running back for the Wyoming Cowboys. Their top 4 guys will not be suiting up today. That's one of the biggest storylines of this game, the question marks in the backfield.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think if you're going to be hurt at a position, at least running back, you can fill somebody in. I also do like the coach hasn't said who's playing. He won't even put him in warm-ups. To me, again, that shows focus. They're treating this game like it's the Super Bowl. I like that. I think, here's a prediction, Jake. We have a 100-yard rusher from them that we don't know the name yet. I think that happened with Wyoming today.
So earlier, you saw Sam Scott, number 22. That's 26, L.J. Richardson. Look out for Sam Scott, a running back, 32 on the roster, 22 today. He might be getting some reps in the backfield, a storyline to monitor as we go along through this game in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. And looking at the Wyoming defense, that is the heartbeat of this team. Their identity, specifically at the linebacker position, Easton Gibbs has turned that role into kind of a linebacker factory for Wyoming.
Yeah, and if you look at him right here, it looks like a new age Cobra Kai. They want to keep this low scoring, funnel the play to the linebackers, let them clean up, make the plays, and that's what they've been doing. I think if you ask them where they want this score, in the low 20s probably, 20-team game. That's right up their alley.
Yeah, Logan Wilson and Chad Muma on the Bengals and Jaguars respectively. Easton Gibbs following in their footsteps pretty well. He's the captain and the first team All-Mountain West player. Meanwhile, on the line, that's Devon Harris. He leads the team in sacks with 8 of them so far. The sophomore had a career-high 9 tackles against Boise State last month. Defensive coordinator Jay Sauvel's crew has accounted for 34 sacks in 2022, which is the second best number in the Mountain West. So Dave, we mentioned off the top the uniqueness of this broadcast, the uniqueness of this company. Barstool Sports, it's different. There's no tiptoeing around it. And having the broadcast rights is that next step kind of to intersecting sports media.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of people probably listening to us in Ohio and in Wyoming who haven't heard maybe of us before. We're going to call this game like fans, like true fans watching the game. This is the first game we've gotten to sponsor. And to be totally honest, we were happy just to be the sponsor, let a network take it. But it ended up we got the whole ball of wax. We're excited to do it. We did college basketball earlier this season. This is a whole new ball game, whole new atmosphere, and I can't be more excited to do it.
Yeah, and if you are not as familiar with Barstool Sports, first of all, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Let's give you a little bit of a rundown on what we are about here at Barstool.
Hear ye, hear ye! House Barstool hath arrived!
There's only one person to blame for all this madness.
Right here. I'm the boss and the most athletic. Booyah, you all saw it. Roll that dice. Boom. Thank you.
One bite, everyone knows rules.
Okay, I'm Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports. Nobody could predict the wild ride that would set my life on. Took me to New York City. I stood in Times Square and I told the world I sold half the company at Turner Group, that I had ambition bigger than the New York skyline. Nobody delivers results like Barstool Sports. That's over 2 decades providing the best results, which has taken us from my mom's basement to what I would say now is the leading digital media company on the planet. We can reach anybody, anywhere, any place better than anybody else.
If you believe in what we're doing, if you believe in everything I've just said, now is the time to be part of it. Anybody who doubts us will pay the price in spades. If you believe in me, believe in us, get on board the rocket ship because the next stop is literally the moon.
Look at beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Dave, they're spoiling us up here with the scenic views.
Catalina Mountains are amazing, Jake. I was touring the whole neighborhood, got some great Mexican food last night. Waited an hour and a half like a local to do it.
Was it worth it?
No, can't wait 90 minutes for food anywhere. It was good, but 90 minutes is outrageous, and they stuffed us in a booth. 4 people. It was a booth for 4. We had 7, so too tight.
Yeah, that is a long time, but you can see the crowd filing in right now from Athens, Ohio, and Laramie, Wyoming, about a 12 to 14-hour drive to Tucson. So it is a drivable distance. A lot of alums here in Arizona. And let's get it to Cadet Chaz Castillo-Wilson from Wings of Blue.
Variety of free fall maneuvers. Showcase the pride, professionalism, and precision seen in every single member of your United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your eyes to the sky for the Wings of Blue. Our jump master, Second Lieutenant James Chase, USAFA class of 2022, is performing final checks and adjustments to ensure jumpers exit at the exact right point to land on the field before you. Ladies and gentlemen, approaching from the south is Congo 6'3" with jumpers. And there they go. Jumpers have exited the aircraft and are accelerating to speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour, maintaining visual contact of the lowest jumper, and he will signal when it's time to deploy their main canopies. At this time, all jumpers have successfully deployed their main canopies and will perform a controllability check to ensure landing on the area before you. Ladies and gentlemen, the jumping crew today is comprised of A-10, EC-130, HC-130, and aircraft maintainers, most of whom have been stationed right here in Tucson, Arizona at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. Ladies and gentlemen, the jumpers are low enough that they can hear you. Make some noise for the Wings of Blue! Ladies and gentlemen, our first jumper is from right here in Tucson, Arizona, and he is the jump master for today's demonstration, bringing in the game ball and the coin with a red, white, and blue streamer with 614 jumps to his name. Please make some noise for Second Lieutenant James Chase. Following Lieutenant Chase, bringing in the flag of Ohio University with over 4,800 jumps to his name from Boston, Massachusetts. Please make some noise for Mr. Keith Tolley. Following Mr. Tolley from Colorado Springs, Colorado, with more than 975 jumps to his name, bringing in the flag of the Wyoming Cowboys. Please put your hands together for Captain Chad Suffolk. Following Captain Suffolk, bringing in the flag of your United States Air Force with more than 890 jumps to his name from Anderson, Indiana. Please put your hands together for Captain Taylor Scott. Following Captain Scott, bringing in the flag of the Barstool Arizona Bowl. please get rowdy for Technical Sergeant Ryan Goodman. Our final jumper for today's demonstration is bringing in 800 square feet of pure American freedom. Let's help bring this flag home with the USA chant. USA, USA, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, with more than 639 jumps to his name, coming from Breckenridge, Colorado, please get on your feet for Cadet First Class, Jason Tilley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one more round of applause for today's jumpers. To keep up with all things Wings of Blue, please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. On behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Tusher, have a great rest of your day and blue skies.
Presented by a multi-agency honor guard with representatives from the Tucson Police Department, Tucson Fire Department, Marana Police Department, Oro Valley Police Department, Pima County Sheriff Department, the University of Arizona Police Department, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and the 162nd Air National Guard. And to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome a father of two and co-host of the Pardon My Take, the #1 sports podcast in the country, Dan Big Cat Katz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now from the Mid-American Conference, led by Coach Tim Albin, Ohio University.
Here are the Ohio Bobcats making their 14th appearance in a bowl game, a tremendous turnaround off of a 3-9 season a year ago. They nearly reciprocated that. 9-3 in the regular season, made it to the MAC championship, won the East Division, and eventually lost to Toledo. But an insane turnaround for head coach Tim Albin's team, and they may be without the heartbeat of their team, Curtis Rourke. You see him right there, the captain, the Maple Missile, one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football today, but he will still be playing a pivotal role. And coach, the offensive coordinator, Scott Isfording, told us Curtis wants to win this one just as bad as any other game.
Jake, if we were doing this game on entrances, Ohio could turn around, go back in the locker room, get on the plane, go back to Ohio. That entrance from Wyoming, what's the name? Do you know the name of the horse?
Cowboy Joe, I believe.
Cowboy Joe just had the hairs on my arms standing up. That was an electric entrance. Wyoming should be a college power. They should be 10-0 every year with that entrance. And by the way, Big Cat? No, we don't have Big Cat yet, but that was electric.
Oh, yeah, that was... I have chill. I know that sounds crazy to say you have chills from my own scene, but the scene is just insane.
Look at Cowboy Joe. Amazing. We got the coin toss coming up, Jake. You're going to throw it to the coin toss?
Yes, let's go down to the field for the Omega Accounting Solutions coin toss with Frank the Tank.
Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl Executive Director Kim Ade. Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl Chairman Ali Farhang. The captains from Ohio, Kai Caesar, Tariq Drake, Bryce Houston, and Curtis Rourke. The captains from Wyoming, Easton Gibbs, Cole Godbout, Andrew Peasley, and Drayton Welch. And from Barstool Sports, Frank the Tank.
Congratulations on the Barstool Arizona Bowl. Arizona Bowl, Barstool Sports, it's the heads. Both teams is tails. Okay? What would you guys? Sorry. What would you like to call? All right, what would you like to call? Heads. He's called heads. He's called the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Frank, would you do the honors, please? Heads, it is. You won the toss. Defer. Definitely want the ball, right? All right.
Well, confusion in the first ever Arizona Bowl looks like. By the way, I like how number 6 reacted like that coin toss. He's going to the third row.
We'll receive. Let's have a great game. Here we go.
All right. Thank you to Frank the Tank for doing the honors on the inaugural coin toss of the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. And they're right there, their head coaches. They have met twice before, Ohio and Wyoming.
Well, more than that, they work together.
No, I'm saying Ohio and Wyoming have
okay.
met twice
Coaches,
before. But
yeah.
yes, we'll get into that as well. However, the thing to monitor here, guys, if you want a close game, history indicates we will be getting just that. 2007 in Athens, Ohio, 34-33 Wyoming. 2008 in Laramie, Wyoming, 21-20 Wyoming. So, both games so far, 1 point apiece.
What did they play? 100 years ago. But the bigger question that we have right now, Dan, did you go earpiece like the opera singer told you?
I did. So I was very nervous, but she actually steered me the right direction. For people who don't know, as I was about to do the anthem, they're like, hey, the feedback's pretty bad. I was like, do you think I'm a real anthem singer? So they gave me,
good, though.
It felt great. They gave me earpieces so I couldn't hear it back. The scene is electric on the field. The flyover, I wish I could have jumped out of an airplane. I don't know why I can't. It's not the weight. Stop saying it's the weight.
On the field, Dan, Wyoming weekend, so we're on the Ohio side. It's a little tough. Wyoming looks like they're out fanning Ohio, what, 75%?
Yes, by far, yeah. It's that side is pretty much packed. Wyoming definitely has the majority of the fans here. Oh.
It's time for the Omega Accounting Solutions kickoff. Tristan Vandenberg will do the honors. Wyatt Wieland.
Wyoming is
back to
electric.
receive.
I got a feeling Wyoming may house this.
Folks, it's been a long wait, but it's over. The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl is underway. Thanks for joining us here from Tucson. It's Wheeland at the 10. Over to his right, has blockers ahead of him, and gets down to the 30.
I'm going to say right now, Dave, just from your vibes, it feels like you're maybe rooting for Wyoming today.
No. Listen, I came in, that entrance that they had with Cowboy Joe, I was ready to run through a brick wall, and that looked like a squirt gun from Ohio. I love Ohio. I love the MAC. I'm a MAC guy. I'm just going by what I see. This whole town, Tucson, has been taken over by Wyoming.
All right, here is Andrew Peasley, who has started 11 of the 12 games this season for Wyoming. Nearly 1,400 passing yards. He can do it on the ground, too. Has a pair of touchdowns running. The handoff immediately to the right side is to Jordan Vaughn.
Is that who we expected here?
That is the guy who's never taken a snap this year. And Wyoming, by the way, 65% of their snaps, first down snaps, are going to be a run.
Yeah,
so very predictable.
Dan, I said it in the pregame. I think running back is the most replaceable position in football, unless obviously you're talking a Barry Sanders or somebody that ilk. But usually you can fill in a running back, even if you're 5 deep. And they'll run hard because this is the first time they've seen the ball.
True, fresh legs.
It's Peasley in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Throws it to the right side. It's caught for a medium gain. That was Wyatt Whelan. As we look at the Ohio defense, Kai Caesar up front. The captain can absorb double teams.
3rd and 3 here. These are the downs out of the side game, any game.
Yep, and it's also interesting to note Wyoming on the season, first quarter and third quarter have not been very good for them. Scripted plays have not really worked. So we'll see if they can get out of the rut. They scored 2.7 points in the first quarter this year.
3rd and 3 for Peasley.
Danny stats.
Trying to avoid a 3 and out on this first drive.
Negative thinking.
Has good protection. Left side.
First
It's
down.
caught.
Chains.
That's Alex Brown who comes down with it to move the chains.
Now,
Tyler
Jake,
Walton on the tackle.
Jake, I'm a MAC guy. I'm rooting for Ohio in this game, but I'm going to back up Dave here. We can't have negative thinking.
Yeah, that was like trying to avoid a 3 and out. What's that? It's 3rd and 3. That's very makeable.
It is, and they got it.
Yeah, so don't
prove me wrong.
That was an explosive 5-yard out for Wyoming's offense.
It was an easy 5, though. People who know me, and again, hello to all our new fans in Laramie and Ohio. People who know me is I generally know what's going to happen the rest of the game after watching 2 plays.
And what's your gut say here?
I think Wyoming's is going to be a low-scoring, close game.
All right, it's Peasley. Hands off up the middle.
No, Jake.
Oh, I got to be
out
honest.
there.
Jake, play 4 and you're already scoring now.
I got to be honest, I got duped as well.
I knew that.
As well.
Thanks for the honesty.
Yeah.
They got all of us. It
Oh,
happens.
no. I knew at the ball.
Okay, they got me and Big Cat then. Peasley.
Oh, they're looking at helmet to helmet.
Oh, no, targeting. I did talk to the refs before. I said, hey, fellas, let's not do targeting today.
There's no flag. What are we doing here?
Maybe a review? Nope.
No call right now.
By the way, Wyoming is they're gonna have to use their quarterback.
Now, if you're a Wyoming fan, you already have a gripe because that was as clear head-to-head as you're ever going to have. You should be out of the game 15 yards down the field.
Peasley fakes the handoff, rolls right.
Wide open.
Pressure, but it's caught. That's close to the first down marker.
Oh,
that was Caleb Driscoll, the fullback.
Beasley, by the way, those runs, I think you're going to see him run a lot more today because they don't have the running back, so they're going to have to get some.
Oh, he definitely got the first down. That was in the headset. Sorry for those on home runners applying to him, but easily got the first down.
That was Vonnie Watkins forcing the pressure.
Good first little drive here for Wyoming as the first time they go right into Ohio territory like they came here to play. Maybe the other guys, not as much. Who knows? A lot of football.
So it's Peasley in the pistol. Past midfield on this opening drive. Fakes the handoff here. Throws it deep, right side. It's caught. Wheeland.
Hey, listen, Wyoming, they look like the 99 Rams right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just coming out, throwing the entire kitchen sink at them. Plenty of time. Guys are wide open. Good play action. They're expecting the run game. Nowhere to be found. Let them. Perfect play. Ohio on their heels.
That was Trayton Welch, the captain, on the gain of 21. And it's 1st and 10 from the 26.
And we'll see if Ohio's defense can stiffen up here. A lot of bend don't break by them this year.
Seems like there's bias in the booth.
I would agree.
Vaughn in the backfield, screen to the right side.
Great block.
The 20, it's Marcus.
Look, Dan, if you got the telestrator with that absolute war, the wide receiver on number 6, he's blocking him near midfield. Pushed him all the way back toward the 40 line and opened the screen. Here he is in the back. Good telestrating.
Yeah, look at that.
Good telestrating. We missed him.
Good job, Big.
Great job. Clear that telly.
Clear the telly.
Brilliant, Dan.
And that takes Wyoming into the red zone, presented by Omega Accounting Solutions.
That was electric. Anytime you need it, Dave, I got you.
And they're kind of going fast. The ref had to get out there in the pistol.
The throw up the middle, incomplete. Whelan dropped it.
Dave, you thought maybe that was a flag?
No, I didn't look it up here. A 3rd and 1. Maybe I take the first down right up the middle, but they are being very aggressive.
Yeah, and they are running a lot faster than they normally do.
Big Cat, you think you could have caught this one?
Let me see.
Right in the chest of Whelan.
Easy catch for me.
You got to make that catch. But again, clearly this is 2-down territory for Wyoming. They consider they're a running team. Run the ball up the middle twice. This is your bread and butter. Don't get tricky. Jam it up their throats.
It's 3rd and 1. Vaughn in the backfield. He takes the carry and has daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys!
In the pregame, I said a Wyoming running back would go for 100.
I mean, that's the guy who has not taken any snaps this year. They've without their top 4 running backs, and that was easy by Wyoming. I'm not going to lie.
The entire state of Wyoming has traveled here, and this is the type of effort and drive they're looking for. Blow them off the ball.
Jordan Vaughn, a 17-yard touchdown, his first touchdown as a Wyoming Cowboy. The redshirt freshman from Texas did not play in the regular season, and the PAT from Hoyland is straight through. What a statement, guys.
And you can hear from Dave's voice, you know, he is a Wyoming alum. He's very excited about that touchdown.
Listen, I like good football. I like coming out aggressive in bowl season. And on that touchdown run, and I love Cowboy Joe.
They got the mini horse?
Yeah, they got everything, Dan. And look at
Roan. Let's go Roan on the telestrator. Look at Roan. Look at him. He's running.
That is
this guy going this way.
A 9-play, 70-yard drive. The Wyoming Cowboys make a statement in under 5 minutes. And we had some boots on the ground in Laramie in the last. All right, thank you to Brandon Walker. There is head coach Craig Bull.
And he had him ready. He didn't no jokes. He didn't want any of the Barstool fun and gun in this game. He just wanted to whoop them, and that's what he did the first drive. Also, if you watch that touchdown play, you can see Ohio was hesitant because of the play action pass.
Yep.
They were afraid to make a move, and he ran by a couple stationary defenders.
By the way, keep your eyes out. Jersey Jerry's on the Wyoming sideline doing the T duty. Probably see his belly down there.
Yeah, he said he's got to wait till they blow the whistle.
Yeah, let's go. Here comes the return from Keegan Wilburn. He cuts to his right, breaks one tackle, and gets all the way to their own 42. Great field position to start off for Ohio, but looking back at the Wyoming touchdown, Big Cat, go to work here with your telestrator.
Yeah, so they're going to have a seal. They're going to do a great job blocking up front, open up a wide hole, and you can see what Dave is saying. They're worried about the play action pass. This hole right through there for a touchdown.
Beautiful. Now let's see how Ohio answers. Jake, it's almost like Jake is rooting for them to score.
I'm thinking quick slant here. A little quick pass.
42-yard kick return,
Let's
by
see
the
it.
way.
Oh.
So here's C.J. Harris.
Not so hard, Romo.
And a solid
That was
first
easy.
play for Miles Cross. There's C.J. Harris making his 3rd career start. He's filling in for Curtis Rourke, the captain.
The Maple Missile.
The Maple Missile.
Was he
the
from
MAC
Canada?
Offensive Player of the Year.
Maple Leafs?
No, he's from
He
Ohio.
had 3 rushing touchdowns
What's Maple for?
against Bowling Green, and he has C.A. Bangura, the MAC Freshman of the Year, in the backfield right now. After one play from scrimmage, Ohio already passed midfield.
See, you're biased.
It's a fake.
Calling.
He rolls to his left, and a gain of about 3.
By the way,
that's a gain of 2 max, Jake. Take off your Ohio pom-poms.
Can we get someone to clip me calling the first play? Because Tony Romo thinks it's so special, anyone can do it.
Isaac White on the tackle.
2-yard.
Second and 8.
Going
Screen
quick.
to the left side.
Wyoming is
and
ready.
devoured in the backfield. Wiggless made the catch. Isaac White, another tackle. This one had no shot.
Too early to say this is a big play. 3rd and 8. Go. You don't want to give the ball right back to a red-hot Wyoming team?
I would say it's a very big play.
Ohio going pretty quick themselves.
It's 3rd and 11. Let's see if Harris can keep this drive alive.
Wyoming crowd making noise, making it difficult.
About a 12-hour drive from Laramie. It's Harris. Throws it right side over the head of Wiggless.
Could have been a late hit.
And that is.
And there it is. That's a late flag. You called that, Dave.
Saw it. By the way, you're going to see this from C.J. Harris. I think Ohio's wide receivers are going to get open, but he's got to be accurate.
Now, the way he threw that, you almost thought maybe it would be a taunting, but that's a helmet-to-helmet, stupid penalty. Keeps the drive alive, changes the tenor of the game. What are you doing, number 6?
And it's something to look out for if they're going to review this for targeting.
Personal foul.
It's definitely targeting.
Number 6, defense. Previous play is under video review.
And this is a big deal, guys, because Wyoming was already pretty short and thin at cornerback. If they lose this guy, you're going to now get really deep into your bench.
You have different types of targeting. They always review the targeting. You have different types of targeting hits. You have ones that I think football purists like, how can he avoid that? What can he do differently? This was idiotic.
This is late.
Absolutely late, idiotic, helmet to helmet, clear targeting, what they want out of the game. Just a moron play. He's done.
So that's Colby Taylor, the
See you later, Colby.
freshman. It's Big Cat, you noted how the secondary shorthanded. Cam Stone, one of their best defenders all season, he entered the transfer portal. So it's guys like Taylor, Duron Harrell, Ja'Cory Hawkins who have to fill in. And Dave, if this is called targeting.
What are you talking? Are you watching the replay?
It's targeting.
This short-handed secondary gets even slimmer.
This is a debacle. This is an idiotic, stupid play, selfish play. That's the type of thing, if I'm coach, I think about revoking a scholarship. We should have a Dave Portnoy revoke the scholarship counter. Because that may be one. Just a really dumb play. And by the way, it changes the tenor of the game. You're going to get the ball up 7. They haven't stopped you. Now ball's at what, the 35? The whole game's different.
And you're going to lose a cornerback. And I like that, Dave. We should do this where it's, you know, the Dave Portnoy revoked scholarship. We end the game. We're playing 7-on-7.
A bunch of walk-ons. But that I don't even know what they're looking at. Get back. Listen, that was targeting.
So I missed it because I was singing the anthem. No big deal. Jake, is Ja'Cory Hawkins playing today? Because he was injured and questionable. So is he out on the field? Because he is their best remaining cornerback. And it will be interesting because they are already deep. They are already deep. You mentioned Cam Stone going in the transfer portal. Will they be able to overcome this? And then on the other side, Ohio's quarterback, C.J. Harris, he's got to hit the guys. Like, that was a bad pass.
Horrible
he was
pass,
wide open, and that's his problem is he struggles with some accuracy.
Is this ref watching cartoons in there? This should be a 2-second decision.
Well, here's the call.
After video review, targeting is confirmed. Be 15 yards from the previous spot. Be first down at the 34-yard line.
And
Number 6 is disqualified.
He's mad.
I like the anger.
But you be mad at yourself.
Yeah.
So that is Colby Taylor. You can see he's frustrated. Big Cat Ja'Cory Hawkins is on the field right now. One more look at this targeting call.
Yeah, I mean, it's blatant targeting.
They should really make it that you get to stay in the game, but you just can't play with a helmet.
It
seems dangerous.
By the way, it's not only targeting. It was like a late hit. It was the worst of every world.
The play was very much over. So now we're down. They have Ja'Cory Hawkins, but it's the rest of the cornerback group is very slim for Wyoming.
Listen, if you're in Ohio, you're an Ohio fan. If you're a Bobcat fan, you're feeling great right now.
That was a gift, an absolute gift.
Yes, so this drive extends a fresh set of downs for the Bobcats on the Wyoming 34.
I noticed they didn't put that replay on the big board. I told them I wanted those on the big board so everyone could see.
Harris in the pistol has Bangura behind him.
Put a pin in. That's like a turnover, really.
Fakes the handoff. Harris
and now they
launches
go deep.
it. Right side. Caught. Touchdown! Jacoby Jones!
Pass interference.
34-yard score!
That was offensive pass interference, and number two.
It looked like a
blocked the
little work.
flag.
That was a great pass, great play. I would feel really bad for anyone that was expecting a low-scoring game.
Correct.
Myself included.
I gotta see that again. I thought from up here in the booth, a mile away, that was offensive pass interference. On the replay, maybe not. No, that's fair. That was not pass interference.
Yeah, a little hand play. You can allow that.
I think that. No.
And this is what we were talking about, Dave.
Yeah.
He's going up against right now, Deron Carroll.
Fake! The fake! And it's caught!
Wow.
A fake extra point!
Maction.
A fake gritty injury!
Yeah, he
But
did.
the reception
Yeah, that was one of the worst fake
by
gritty injuries.
Major Brown!
That didn't do justice to the hamstring gritty that has been taking over from Jefferson in the NFL. He didn't really sell the injury on the hamstring.
My goodness.
Let's watch the fake hamstring here. I don't think he sold it.
Perfect pass.
Now he right there for a second, two, and then into the gritty. Yeah.
And he's pumped up.
That was Jonah Wieland.
Oh, the guns. Put those away.
Oh, wait, is that making fun of the Cowboys?
It might be, Dave.
That should be taunting.
That should be taunting. Hey, thankfully it's not.
Jonah Wieland split punting duties with Jack Wilson. But my goodness. That was Justin Holloway, correction. But wow, guys, this is
Fireworks. Fireworks. People expect this to be a very low-scoring game. Not so much so far.
Yeah, idiots. Dumb people who don't know football.
There's Tim Albin, the second-year head coach for Ohio, the MAC Coach of the Year. He's been in Athens for 17 seasons. And a win today would give Ohio just their second 10-win season since 1968. It came back in 2011. And a hot start for both offenses.
Well, yeah, a hot start with an asterisk because again, they won't show this in the stat sheet. But what they will, what the three of us know, and everyone in the stadium knows, and anyone in Larium knows, and everyone in Ohio, if you don't do that late hit targeting, it's 7-0, and Wyoming has the ball. It says it's 8-7, you lose, and the whole game's different.
And we should say the guy who scored the touchdown, Jacoby Jones, he was not the favorite target of Rourke, but he has become the favorite target of C.J. Harris. So he's come on late, and they're kind of using him a little more. You can see why. Tremendous catch.
Yeah, this is the 14th bowl appearance for Ohio. They've won 3 straight. This is their first appearance here in the Arizona Bowl. Also Ohio's first game in the entire state of Arizona. But so far, so good for the team in green and white, Dave.
Well, I don't know about so far so good. It's 8-7, but, and again, -1 absolute boneheaded play, you're getting dominated. Start over, basically, right now.
Yep, fresh start. Well, fresh start and you're losing.
Yeah, fresh start and you're losing by a point. That was tough. And we look right now, I don't think people expect that. Passing yards 42, total 70 yards.
Just an electric start.
I don't know what layout means us. We're looking at us. So for people at home, we get people in our head, we're not used to that. I didn't know what layout meant.
See that belly? Spanx, baby. Spanx.
I mean,
I actually got a discussion with my girlfriend because she wears a waist trainer. I was trying to wear it all the time. I'm like, I don't think that's good for you. And she referenced, she's like, well, Big Cat wears Spanx.
I do.
I only think when he's on camera.
No.
You wear it all the time?
I wear it all the time. And I'll tell you what, when you take it off at the end of the night, nothing better.
Can't be good for you.
Vandenberg kicks it off for the second time today, and a fair catch by Wyatt Wieland. So guys, on the opening drive of this game, Wyoming had no issues. They moved the chains with ease, and David eventually ended in a rushing touchdown by Jordan Vaughn.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they do this drive because they were pass heavy, which I don't think anybody in the world expected. We'll see if they go back to their traditional run offense. But this is a big drive because a lot of times you script the plays, you have a good first drive, even though Dan said they're historically not. But now we start to settle into the flow of the game. It's 8-7. Nobody really drew blood. We'll see what we got here.
So both teams trade touchdowns on their opening offensive drives. Ohio gets the 2-point conversion, and this handoff goes up a few yards by Vaughn. Rodney Matthews was in on the tackle.
Good push, good 5-yard gain on first, sets him up in second, manageable. Good push.
We got to see how Jerry's doing after that. I don't think Jerry's in shape for a shootout.
And we may have a shootout.
We may have a shootout.
A gain of 5.
Tons of time still in the first.
The 1st and 10 line is now in, presented by High Noon.
High Noon, real vodka, real juice, the best drink in the world. If you haven't had it, have it. It kills every Everett seltzer.
Peasley throws it right side. It's caught for a first down, and out of bounds goes Alex Brown.
That was easy.
Everyone's wide open.
Easy. Looks like they have 9 guys on defense.
Alex Brown missed the team's last game against Fresno State due to an injury. That one goes for 14.
They got drubbed in that game, right?
They lost 30-0, yes.
Yes, Jacob Hayner, who's, probably the best quarterback in the Mountain West, who came back from injury and had a great finish for Fresno's season.
Key is these first downs. They're keeping again positive yardage, keeping it manageable, and Ohio has no idea whether they're running or passing.
A fresh set of downs and a new running back in the backfield. That's Sam Scott, who is swallowed in the backfield by Rodney Matthews. Once again, Sam Scott, one of the guys we talked about, fellas, in the open. He's that linebacker turned running back. He played running back in high school, but he has good speed, and he's a big boy.
Well, let me tell you, Jake, looking at him coming out of the backfield there, you could say, yeah, that's a linebacker.
Former Miami Hurricane, Carolina Panther, Chicago Bear, Greg Olson just texted me, said he may live commentate our commentator.
Yep.
Do it, Greg.
An empty backfield here for Peasley. Excuse me, that's not Peasley. That's a keeper, though.
Yeah, design.
That's Jaden Clemens.
I would enjoy if Greg, because he texted both of us, Dave, it would be interesting if he live commentated us. He's done a great job this year. Tom Brady's going to take his job.
That's tough for him.
Let's see how he critiques us.
3rd and 3, according to Jake, that's 3rd and long. I call it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 4, excuse me. Now, I will say I've seen some of those Greg commercials. I don't see when he previews an NFL game, they sit awkwardly around.
Yeah. That's not him.
I don't know how he keeps a straight face.
That's not him.
So, guys, Wyoming's 2 for 2 on 3rd downs today. For this season, they're at just 34%.
2-down territory.
In the Mountain West. 3rd down and 4. It's Peasley. Gets good protection. Throws it. It's caught. Close to the line to gain.
He got it, and great play by number 11, who looked like he was ready to do a block in the back and withheld. You see a lot of stupid plays at that. I don't know if we can illustrate it because I don't know how it works. I give 11 credit for not committing a penalty here on the outside.
And he's about to right here.
And then he lays off. Yep. Smart.
And Jalen Sargent's first catch of the season, by the way.
Great job by the Wyoming offensive line there, because you see the play took a while to develop, and the guy was open coming across the middle.
So 3 for 3 on 3rd downs for the Cowboys, and now it's Peasley in the empty backfield on the Ohio 45. They scored a touchdown on their opening drive, trying to run that back. It's Peasley, throws it over the head of his intended receiver, Wyatt Whelan.
Had him, just missed him. It was there.
It was there, and again,
his chest saying, "Me, that's on me."
The Wyoming offensive line giving him a great pocket. Ohio has had pretty much no pressure in pass downs.
They may have weak legs.
They may have weak legs. See it here, holding up nicely.
Say the camera guy got Wall up there. Oh, with the ball. Oh, on a bounce, though. That don't count.
Handoff up the gut.
Now, this will be interesting, Dave, because you've been calling out 4-down territory. Both these teams are very conservative. They like to punt.
Well, this is the bowl game. This is the first ever Arizona Bowl.
That's true.
I hope they throw it out the window, because I never understand, like, if you lose this game, honestly, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, you want to win,
Listen,
but there's no tomorrow.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm just saying, Ohio specifically has punted 9 times in the opponent's 45 or less this year.
If you gain 4 or 5 yards, you have to go for it.
3rd down and 9. Wyoming 3 for 3 on 3rd down.
How about a little draw, trick them up? That would pop.
Peasley facing pressure, right side, it's incomplete.
And this is going to be the story of the entire game, because both quarterbacks struggle a little bit with accuracy. That guy was wide open. It was a little high. Probably should have made the catch, but probably should have been a better pass, too.
And it doesn't look like much hesitation, the punting unit coming on. Oh,
there is a flag.
Maybe a hold on the line of scrimmage.
Holding.
Yep.
Offense. Number 76. The penalty's declined. 4th down.
You know what I kind of like, though? Sometimes, if I was rooting for Wyoming, take a flag when you didn't get the play anyways. It's a dodged bullet.
Right.
But no doubt, here comes the punting team.
The refs are like police officers at the end of the month. They got to call a couple holds.
So this will be the first punt of the day by Clayton Stewart, the junior from Texas. Sam Wigless standing on his own 8-yard line.
And Dan's right, that last drive, just two missed receivers.
Wigless waves with a fair catch. Bobbles it, and it's recovered by Wyoming.
I don't know what he was doing there. Why are you going after that ball? That made no sense. He was in a bad position. He had to run through a Wyoming guy. He never had his eyes on that ball.
You could see that.
That's real tough.
You could see that coming a mile away.
That's real tough.
Like you said, Dan.
Ruling on the field is a muff, recovered by the kicking team. First down.
You let it go, maybe it bounces to the 5, but that's a high-risk catch there.
You got to run through a guy. It makes no sense.
There's more damage that is done on muff punts than like scoring on kicks or punts.
Yep, that's action, baby.
That's Mitchell Anderson from Wyoming. This is Jerry's hat cam, by the way, guys.
Wow.
Let's see if they take a shot here at the end zone right off a big play that turn momentum.
Oh.
They go right corner.
Right side, it's caught!
Touchdown.
Look at that.
Touchdown!
This game.
Drayton Welch, the captain.
I hate this game.
17 yards.
And now this game has been all big plays. You have the targeting that extended the Ohio drive. Next play, touchdown. You have a muff punt. Next play, touchdown. Game of turnovers. Not saying anything nobody's ever heard before. Turnovers. Great catch. He's got it. I see you, Jake, staring at the screen hoping he bobbled it. I don't know why. Great catch.
Not the case, Dave. Drayton Welch, the only tight end in the Mountain West, ranked in top 10 for touchdown catches. That is his 5th of the season, and Wyoming takes the lead back.
Big boy catch there, and I like how you go for 1. You don't chase the 2. Some coaches do that. Just play your game. That's the right move here. I want to go for 2.
Orland on for the PAT. No issues there, and it's Wyoming by a half a dozen. 14-8 with under 4 to go in the first quarter. Get up, Drayton Welch. It's Wyoming 14, Ohio 8, late in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of cacti, and so far today, plenty of touchdowns, guys. In 12 minutes, we have 3 scores.
Crazy. If you looked at what the guys in Vegas are saying, I think that the total for this game around 40. We're more than halfway through that score that predicted with 3:58. Crazy. But as Dan and I were saying, big plays, turnovers, impossible to predict. The targeting and the muff punt, those led directly to 14 points in the span of 5 seconds.
And not only that, but Ohio has been actually very careful with the ball this year. Only 7 fumbles on the season. Real bad time to have that pop up.
Kickoff from Hoyland. We'll let it go for a touchback, and now is our chance to see
look at
Ohio.
him.
The good Jersey
Look
Jerry, there he is.
Oh, man,
he's getting past. He's getting past.
He's trying to steal the tee.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute.
There he is, Mike.
I think he's hurt.
No, this wasn't right.
Jerry, pull up your shorts.
What just happened? This is a disgusting display.
Oh, man.
What just? He's gonna have face burn. What?
That came out of nowhere.
What tarnation was that?
All right, let's get back on track here. Ohio, a touchdown on their opening drive.
You gotta put
and
that
now it's
on the
1st
big
and
play
10 from the
package.
25. The handoff to Bangura. A stutter step, a medium gain. And the second effort gets him near the first down. And look at this slow-mo, Jersey Jerry's belly.
Stop it.
I'll say right now,
humanity.
I feel a little bit to blame because I told Jerry he's got to go belly out.
That was
No huddle for Ohio. They'll get the first down on the screen to Jacoby Jones, who scored that touchdown on the opening
Jake,
drive.
I can't see. I'm blind.
We should just replay that after every play.
There he is, catching his breath. Jersey Jerry.
Get him the oxygen mask.
We need a
See
replay.
Spider reaching in his pocket.
We need a Oh, he wants to see how that came out. We're gonna need a replay of his face hitting the turf. All right, to pose ourselves here. That was disgusting.
Harris in the pistol with Bangura behind him. The read option. flips it to Bangura, but he is swallowed in the backfield.
Perfect discipline by Wyoming.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a second late on the pitch, had it early, and then they strung it out. Great play, though.
And folks,
look at his
this
face.
is how you tackle here. Jerry, oh, look at the Wyoming T-girl.
Now, did he sell that? I
don't know.
That was a flop.
I'll tell you what, he didn't sell that belly.
Look at this tackle from Rook Brown.
Great defense there, strung it out. Like as I thought maybe the pitch should have come a second earlier, but they let him swarm through the play.
2nd down and 14 for Harris in this Ohio offense. Bangura, the keeper on 2nd and long, bounces to his right, has some turf in front of him, and a couple of Cowboys come and take him down, including Rook Brown for the 2nd straight play.
And you're going to see Ohio run right a lot today. Their right guard is very, very good. Their best offensive lineman by a large margin. That one didn't work. He had to bounce that one out.
The sticks are incorrect. No, 3rd down and 7.
So Big Cat, that's actually Christoph Atkinson. He's the backup right guard. Hagen Meservy is out today. And I have a good football guy story for you after this play on him. 3rd down and 7.
I guess that's right. I got confused by sticks for a second.
I wish I had known the right guard was out before I decided to root for Ohio.
Wyoming crowd making noise.
Harris has time, throws, caught, wigless.
1st down.
He got it.
Nice play.
Anyways, guys, Hagen Meservy, that right guard, when we talked to the offensive coordinator, Scott Isfording, he dislocated his elbow versus Toledo, put it back in place on the sidelines and went back in, but they took the cautious route. They didn't suit him up today. That's football, guy.
I hate to hear that they took the cautious route. You know, player safety is paramount, but also who you root for.
I have no shoulder, no cartilage. I'm in the booth playing tough right now.
That's facts. That's facts.
The final stages of this first quarter, an electric first quarter here from Tucson. Thanks for joining us on Barstool.tv. Ohio pass midfield. Handoff, Bangura picks up a couple.
Electric. I mean, can't catch your breath.
No.
Big plays, mistakes. Jerry's belly, a little everything.
Thrown with the pony.
There's Easton Gibbs, by the way. We mentioned him in the open. This is the 4th straight year a Cowboy linebacker has earned 1st team All-Mountain West Conference honors.
Yeah, I mean, Easton Gibbs, the day that he's born and you decide to name him Easton, he's a linebacker.
Or a green baseball bat.
That's true.
I gotta tell you, I fall in love with Wyoming's mascot, their colors, their whole vibe.
Harris throws it to the left side, and that is caught by Miles Cross. That'll bring up 3rd down and short.
And you're seeing it now with Ohio, maybe, you know, realizing, hey, Wyoming's a little bit weak here at the cornerback. Let's start getting some things out quick to our wide receivers, let them make a play.
Both teams have had guys fairly open on the 7 to 10 yard patterns. The only really incompletions have been guys who have been missed, who have been open. But the protection's holding up pretty well.
3rd down and 2.
I don't think they can run up the middle.
Ohio 42% on 3rd downs. That's 2nd in the MAC, and time expires. So we'll have to wait a few more minutes to see if this drive continues or ends. But look at the scenes outside here in Tucson. The vibes, impressive. Thumbs up for a fantastic first quarter here from Tucson. It's the Wyoming Cowboys 14. The Ohio Bobcats 8. Jersey Jerry getting in on the action.
Oh, it's
1 quarter down.
Stop showing
3 to go. Don't go anywhere.
That's like a broken leg. Stop showing it.
On Arizona. 1 quarter in the books for the 2022 Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. It's Wyoming 14, Ohio 8. And fellas, we had some time to catch our breath and we needed to because it was an insane first quarter, Dave.
Fireworks on top of fireworks. Big plays, big mistakes, miscues that turned into instant points. And right now, we start the 2nd quarter and Ohio is on the move. So what people thought would be a low-scoring game has been anything but so far.
Yeah, the first half total already hit.
And we got a play going, so we got to get back to the action.
3rd down and 2.
Credit to me for being alert.
Harris, keeper, 1st down and more to the 30 and pushed out of bounds.
Oh, and we got a hand down, man down.
Gibbs.
Young lady on the sideline took a vicious blow. She's still on the ground.
Gain of
she's
12.
all right. Still on the ground.
Something to look out for as well. Wyoming's defense has struggled this year on power situations.
This is a big hit here.
Third and short.
Camera woman takes a boot in the head. 2 of them.
Hopefully
Hope she's okay.
Yep. Fresh set of downs now for
That'll be
Ohio.
tough. That'll be
Inside the
tough.
30.
That's
Harris has Bangura in the backfield. Has time, floats it up top and over the head of his tailback Bangura.
Little shark wheel action there.
Good throw by the quarterback. Nothing there. Put it in all your places. Own guy could get it.
Fellas, I got a bad text message that I'll read out loud. Jersey Jerry did text me. He said, "Do I look fat? Be honest."
Oh, you looked horrible.
And it looks like she's okay, by the way.
Oh,
It's
great. She's
news.
texting.
Yeah.
Hopefully her friends. Looks like she's on Instagram. Did you see me take a double kick to the head? I'm back up. I'm good. Tell Mom I love her.
I told Jerry, "Nah, you looked athletic."
A fresh face in the backfield. It's Nolan McCormick.
Also,
redshirt freshman from Mason, Ohio. Second down and 10. Harris hands off to McCormick. Short game.
I got a text that the game wasn't airing properly in our Scottsdale bar. I'm not sure about the others. That has been rectified. Shout out everybody there. We knew it. We had some tech issues. That's on All Business Pete.
Yep. Total scumbag. Big play, because Ohio's field goal kicker doesn't have a lot of leg in it.
They're very late getting their changes off. The ref's not going to let them snap it. So the late change rule that they have in college, if offense changes, defense has changes, time to get their changes in.
Third down and 7. Harris throws it.
Oh!
Nearly intercepted.
Wow.
That was right into the hands of Rook Brown. Dave, you think you could have picked this one off?
Well, yeah, I got 2 hands, Jake, so I would hope so. It hit, I mean, you almost had no choice but to pick that off. I will say it should have been caught first. It was a bad ball. The guy was open, and then just a total miss here by the D-back. What's that old expression? There's a reason he's on defense.
Yep.
So what do we got
Daniel
here?
Vakos.
42?
Is a long one for him.
43-yarder.
I did that math without the telestrator.
This one's up.
Good, nailed it.
Just enough leg.
And just enough on it. He was 1 of 3 in the 40 to 49 range, but now make it 2 of 4. 14 to 11. Don't go. The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl is brought to you by Omega Accounting Solutions. Call 800-300-9-ERC or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com now to learn more. And download the Game Time app to create an account and redeem code AZBOWL22 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. 14-11 Wyoming, early second quarter. Let's throw it down to a Hooters sideline interview with Adam Ferrone.
Guys, thanks so much. I'm here with Cowboy Joe and his handlers. I gotta ask you guys, I saw Cowboy Joe running. How fast would you say he can actually get up to?
Well, a Shetland pony's top speed is about 20, 25, but with us, we probably hold them back at about 10, 15 miles an hour.
20, 25 miles an hour. So a human who could run that fast is probably pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's pretty impressive by me. What are you feeding this guy?
Mostly he's on a hay diet, but he does have the occasional bobcat.
A lot of bobcat for this horse. It's been running pretty fast. Someone tell it to lay off the ivermectin. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Rowan.
Cowboy Joe is mean mugging. He loves the camera.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Credit to me. I realized Bobcat was the Ohio mascot.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's a
fall
joke,
for that
yeah.
one.
Yep. And I'll tell you what else. I woke up in the hotel lobby. I was feeling Ohio. I thought Ohio would be who I thought would win the game. I woke up. I saw the mascot. I saw these girls, Cowboy Joe's handler, and it changed my whole opinion of this game.
So Wyoming leads by a field goal.
I love everything about Wyoming. The pageantry.
The colors are great.
Colors, the chants, the cowboy hats, Cowboy Joe.
You know what they call their home city, Dave?
No, I don't.
Laradice. On nearly to the first down marker.
Good first down carry.
Bryce Houston with the linebacker. And now, let's welcome in a very special guest. You may have seen him once or twice before, perhaps in these colors. It's Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills and a Wyoming Cowboy alum. Josh, thanks for joining us. How are you liking the energy out of your Cowboys so far?
It's been electric. I love the broadcast. The color commentating has been spot on. I agree with Dave. You know, started off that stupid penalty, turnover, whatever you want to call it, cost us points there, but the boys are rolling.
Now, Josh, you are my best friend, but I don't have any stories about your coach, your former coach, Craig Bull. He's a no-nonsense guy. He didn't want to do the interviews before. Did he ever have, show us a lighter side, maybe sense of humor?
You know what? He's funny in his own way. He had a lot of sayings for us. Like he's a big quote guy. I had something written up here. I erased it. I didn't think he was going to show up, but I see you guys flipped it. His biggest saying to us is, if you want to be a big dog, you got to piss in the tall grass, which, whatever that means, what he kept saying.
All those statements, all the sayings, all the stuff out of Wyoming, I love. I love Cowboy Joe. I don't want to change pace too much, but you're having a great season. I'm looking at the schedule. The way I see it, the Patriots beat the Dolphins this week. We play Buffalo last week. We got to beat them to get in. You guys should have everything wrapped up. Are the thoughts just to take that last week off and prep up for the playoffs?
You know, I couldn't tell you. We're focused on the Bengals right now, Monday night. Obviously, it's the biggest game that we got because it's the next one. So maybe Tuesday morning I can give you a better sense on that.
Okay, because just to repeat, the Patriots have to win the last two. They got you guys, so you probably shouldn't risk injuries.
They are
just
playing
a
for
thought.
the 1 seed. I know that you don't look at the top of the bracket anymore.
Just
Dave.
a thought. Just a thought.
Okay, I'll use that.
All right.
This is Josh Allen showing off his Coach Bull training right now. The non-answer. It's smart. That's smart. Keep it. Don't let Dave get to you, Josh.
No, listen, I love Buffalo, and I love the fans there. And you guys were in our bar in Chicago. I'm all for Buffalo unless the Patriots have to steamroll them.
Which, again, I can't thank you guys enough, especially Big Cat, for setting us up with the owner there, Rick. And the bar was awesome. I mean, we had video staff, equipment staff, training room staff, coaches, players. Like, it's such a cool group of people to kind of hang out with. And obviously, Christmas Eve, I really appreciate the workers for coming in and serving us a little bit, and got to make a tough situation better. It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate Barstool River North there in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I told you the only thing I wanted in payback was when you guys win the Super Bowl, when you do the football life, you're like, hey, Christmas Eve was when the game came together, and maybe a Super Bowl ring.
Josh, if you're watching right now, it's a bowl game, 4th and 2 at the 50. Would you go for this? How do you not go for this right here in a bowl game?
Last game of the season, nothing to hold back,
Exactly.
I quote the water boy there, again, let's let the boys play.
Question for you, and this may be off. Do you see similarities in the Wyoming fan base and the Buffalo fan base? They're both kind of like cold weather, gritty type fans.
Result of the play is a touchback.
Yes, and typically the fans drink themselves a bunch of sweaters. So, they got a lot of liquid courage. They have a good time. They cheer us on well. I love the fans of Wyoming. It's obviously the only 4-year institute in the entire state. So anywhere you go, I got to go to Jackson Hole this offseason, and everywhere you go, it's the Steamboat logo, and everybody loves the Wyoming Cowboys. So it's a really unique feel.
Josh, a few minutes ago, we saw some of pictures from your playing days. And speaking of that Monday night game you mentioned, a little Wyoming versus Wyoming action, you versus Logan Wilson on the other end. How do you see that going?
I mean, we'll see. Logan's a hell of a player. He was a hell of a player for Wyoming. We call him the governor. All of his friends call him the governor. He's going to run for governor one day, and Wyoming's going to win it. But he flies around. He makes some plays. It'll be fun to go against a good friend like him. We got a jersey swap after the game, but when it's on the field, it's all business.
Josh, I don't have a question. I just want to say I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you see, Josh, I do have a question now. Thank you to our producers in the ear. Did you see Jerry, his belly? Did you see what was happening? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Longer shirt. Longer shirt was good. Maybe some higher pants, too. Also, Caleb Presley just texted me, said I'm blowing it. I don't think I'm doing too bad.
I think you're crushing it. Caleb's in his troll phase of his life. He actually looked at me today before the game. He said, "When did you get fat?"
Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah, so he's in his troll phase.
Come on, Caleb. Come on, man. Yeah. And I don't know if it's airing or not, but our little conversation, I can't say when or if it's airing, but
Yeah,
I love
Sunday
Caleb.
conversation. That is, Aaron. Thank you for coming
All
on,
right,
Josh.
a little bit
Remember,
of a teaser. Thank you, Josh.
Pats need to win that game. Thank you, Josh.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
All right, see you, Josh. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
So that is Josh Allen. There's Jersey Jerry. Some comments on him. That was pretty cool to have in the middle of the game, Josh Allen.
You can't find a really bigger player for both Wyoming and the NFL. By the way, how do you punt there? We were talking to him, not focusing on the game.
Here's Jerry's hat cam, by the way.
Yeah, left into the ground. I hate that punt. You're moving the ball up and down. You punt it, goes into the end zone barely. Only 30 yards, change of possession. I really hate that punt.
All right, sweep to the right side by Jacoby Jones. Will pick up about 5.
By the way, I just want to shout out to people at home who might be following along on Twitter. I got a couple guys who are doing social for me right now. So one of them tweeted the greatest national anthem Arizona's ever seen. I didn't tweet that. Some people are saying that.
Yeah, that's sometimes you run into that. Obviously, we are not like octopuses. We're not tweeting while calling the game. That would be something.
Right.
2nd down and 5 for Harris. Parker Titsworth, the center. Off to Harris on the read option. He's got the 1st down and more to the 40 and out of bounds.
You're going to just hear me. I hate that punt. Hate that punt.
Yep. But that's how they play conservative football by Wyoming.
So a nice option here by Harris. Has daylight, picks up the 1st down for a gain of 18.
And it really looks like Ohio's starting to get their feet under them on offense. Those are some big holes.
And nice work by the linebacker, the tight end 86 out there in space, getting the extra 10 yards.
C.J. Harris, 32 yards on the ground on 3 carries. That was his longest, 18. And it unlocks a fresh set of downs, and we have a timeout by Tim Albin.
He's upset. He's upset.
Ohio.
He didn't like it.
Timeout. 30 seconds in length.
So a 30-second timeout. There is Tim Albin calling his first timeout, and now let's throw it to a Hooters sideline interview with Caleb Presley.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here with the father, the anchor of the Ohio offensive line, Mr. Titsworth.
Yes.
What does it mean to be a Titsworth?
Everything. Builds character. It's been a character builder our whole lives.
Your son is out there. He's blocking every play. He might miss some blocks. He might make some pancakes, but he wears number 69. What does that mean on a deep level? What does 69 mean?
69 to him, he loved it when he got it, when he first
I bet
got
he
to
did,
college.
dude.
And it's just been a great, you guys have done wonders with 69 and Titsworth.
Don't bring us into this.
Well,
This is
you
about your
did.
son.
Barstool did it. So you guys caught him his freshman year, and it's been absolutely a whirlwind ever since. So it's been awesome.
What about you?
It's been great. I love it. Yeah. Now, Mama wasn't real happy with the number, but she's learned to love it a little bit. So it's good stuff.
Keep your eye out for number 69, Parker Titsworth.
What a name.
Thank you, Caleb. Parker Titsworth in the middle of this Ohio offensive line, snapping the ball in every offensive play. This one goes to C.A. Bangura approaching midfield.
Starting to get a little bit a vibe that Ohio line of scrimmage is starting to take this game over a little bit.
And the game is kind of settling in. We saw the first quarter, just chaos everywhere. A lot more running, maybe a slower pace.
Harris, right side. Can't find his intended receiver, James Bostic. Parker Titsworth, we just heard from his dad. This is how hard you have to work on the offensive line. Look at him, all over the place. Down he goes. 3rd down and 3.
Almost exact spot on the field that Wyoming punted from.
Ohio 2 of 3 from 3rd down today. Harris, keeper. 1st down, still on his feet.
Nice.
To the 44.
Design draw, made a couple guys miss.
Yeah, that was one of those situations where the Wyoming defense did have that kind of perfectly played. It's just a nice juke here and a block
borderline block in the back. I don't know if they ever call that on a lineman like that. But yeah, listen, the coach said, my guy's better than your guys. I'm going to put the ball in his hands. He made a play. Tough to stop that, especially when it's 3 yards.
Isaac White made the tackle.
I hope the Wyoming fans brought sunblock. They are getting sun right in their face. They probably haven't seen sun in 6 months.
Bangura picks up another first down.
Starting to grind them. They're getting big chunks on first down through the ground.
Beautiful shadows, by the way.
Devon Harris on the tackle for a gain of 10. And Dave, you mentioned the ground and pound game from Ohio. It's not necessarily the identity of their offense. They average 139 rushing yards per game. That's 9th in the MAC.
Yeah,
has it
changed since the Maple Rocket went out, though? Because this guy uses his legs and on the quarterback. He just elbowed the spotter right in the ribs.
First and 10 from the 34. It's Bangura. Flag on the play.
That's the only thing that could stop this drive.
Well, and you see, too, the way they've used C.J. Harris with his legs, Wyoming's defense kind of second-guessing a little bit.
Yep. That flag came in kind of late, too. It wasn't an instant. It's definitely a hold, though, in the area of holding, so they'll back them up 10.
Officials huddling. Here's Jeremy Parker with the call.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. 10-yard previous spot.
Titsworth.
Replay. Second down.
We gave him some shine, and it backfires.
That's the problem when you're 69 and you got the world looking at you.
Yep.
Let's see this here. Let's see if he...
Correction. Replay first down.
I mean...
I don't know. You can call that almost on any play.
That's a little wrestling, yeah. What do you want him to do?
I don't like that call. I don't like that call.
That's very unbiased of you, Dave.
Dan. I am nothing but if fair. I have no rooting interest in this.
Not easy being a center. Scott Isfording, the offensive coordinator, said the quarterback and the center have more on their plate than any other position in football. First and 20 on the 44. Harris makes the handoff.
Oh, my God.
And down he goes.
Get on the telestrator with the guy who sacked him. Absolutely ran through him like a Mack truck. Just leveled him.
And the secondary for Wyoming did a great job of covering there. No one was open.
Didn't matter. He ran right over him. That looked like Reggie White with the hump move. He just destroyed him. Destroyed him.
They're gonna get through there.
Look, he just
pancakes him. Bam.
Braden Siders, the freshman All-American.
Wow. And I got to clear it faster. That's what Greg Olson said.
Olsen's sitting there taking notes. You know that, as I'm going to use that in my next telecast. Was that a running back who tried to pick him up? I couldn't see the number, but absolutely flattened.
So now back on their own side of the field. It's second and forever for the Bobcats. Harris nearly picked off.
Isn't it crazy, guys? They're driving down the field like butter. Handoff, student body, left, right, 7-8 yards. A holding penalty.
Titsworth. You got Titsworth.
The drive goes tits up.
Yep.
But that is the game. That ref didn't have to throw that flag. He does. Changes the whole thing. They throw on a predictable down, sack, and now what is it, 3rd and 100?
Third and 27. That was Shea Suiau-Noah who nearly intercepted the ball.
And this is going to be a tough one to pick up, knowing Ohio's offense.
Well, that sounded like a jinx. I don't think we'll jinx anything. It sounded like one.
Let's see if they go conservative or if they go deep. Harris.
In trouble.
Pressure. Stays alive for now. This one's caught, but not nearly enough for the first down. James Bostic hauls it in.
So what do you do here? Are you going to go? See, I would go for it. It's 4th and 12, but you're at the 36. If you punt it in the end zone, you gain. That's crazy.
I told you that Ohio has punted on the opponent's 45 or in 9 times this year. This is exactly what they do.
No, this is a field goal.
Oh, this is a field goal. Oh, this is going to be a problem.
Nathaniel Vaco's longest this season is 55.
Oh,
That's the 3rd longest field goal in program history.
This 54?
A 53-yarder.
How do you know? They don't put the graphic. We just did the math.
Vaco's.
And that's why they don't kick a 53-yarder. His average field goal make is 24 yards this year.
That wasn't only wide right, that was short. It's sometimes hard to tell on TV. That was short by 7 to 10 yards.
I'm going to say, Tim Albin, listen, I'm not going to criticize coach. Kind of set his kicker up to fail there. I think he kicks out 100 times. He doesn't make it one.
So let me ask it. We're going to break. Would you have gone for it there or punted?
I would have punted.
I would have gone for it.
14-11 Wyoming. They're getting the ball back. Arizona Bowl is brought to you by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Real vodka, real juice for real fans just like us. Head over to your local liquor store and get some today. and by Hooters, our favorite place to watch football or really any sport. Check out your local Hooters today. Welcome back inside Arizona Stadium in Tucson. Wyoming by a field goal, and the Cowboys have the football as well. Coming up, it's the halftime show presented by Hooters. Casey, Brandon, PFT, Will Compton will have you covered after the second quarter's complete.
Oh my God, what was that decision? Get out of bounds. I think that was a forward pass, but everyone's going after it.
It may have
like
gone
it's
past
not.
the line of scrimmage. A lot of confusion on the field.
That's what we'll put that as a bad play from the quarterback. I thought at first he made a good play by holding it. He was just going to run, and then he tried to do too much, and then it turned into a circus.
What do we think this flag is? Is it
may have been an illegal
touching?
forward pass.
Illegal forward pass, I think.
This is the wrong side of the field.
Yeah, we're looking at the wrong side. That's probably a Pete. I believe it had to be an illegal forward pass.
Past the line of scrimmage, yeah.
Remember, you have to be fully past the line of scrimmage for it to be
He
illegal.
was behind, so I don't
now
know
it
what
might be illegal touching.
I think it's just an incomplete. I don't know what that flag is. They're probably going to pick it up.
No. Everyone was in bounds there.
I think they're just going to pick it up.
I think the officials might be as confused as we are.
Yeah, that was who knows there was all the action closest to us, and then just chaos on the other side of the field.
All right, here's the call.
No flag.
Illegal batting, defense.
Oh.
10 yards, previous spot will be a first down.
Now that I can't agree with that call. I think that's a rule
it.
that shouldn't exist.
So do we think that they thought it was an illegal pass or a fumble?
I think they thought it was a fumble, and my guess, we'll see it here, is he tried to keep it in bounds
Yeah,
and
he
batted it, which
back
you
and
can't
down.
do. So, yeah, that's batting. That's a stupid
That's
rule.
Bonnie Watkins.
It's a
dumb
ridiculous rule.
A terrible rule.
The previous play
is under
video review.
Because,
because
that's
it's
an
an
incomplete
incomplete
pass,
pass.
and he might have even been out of bounds before
Right,
he
you can't
batted.
bat it if it's incomplete, right? Play's
So
dead.
they ruled that a fumble. My guess is they're going to go back and
Yep.
say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And therefore you can't. Now, we've seen some crazy things, specifically the NBA had some weird calls. They'll let it stick. I don't think you can.
No.
That's clearly incomplete.
It's clearly
So
incomplete.
this is null and void.
And I'm not one to blame refs. I just don't
Right, because
do
he's
that.
behind, so that's an incomplete pass and should be
Play is dead.
second
But
down
the
and 10,
refs,
right?
The refs need their eyes checked.
Now, just run here and you have probably 4 yards. Instead, you try to get hoopty-doopty. And
Clearly
I
a
don't like,
legal pass and clearly a forward pass, so it should be second down and 10, right?
How long are these refs going to sit? They're going to start watching cartoons in there again?
Our
This
crew
is-
led by Jeremy Parker, the referee.
Jeremy, this is incomplete. It should be day one stuff.
Now-
Let's get the game going.
I don't know what part they're reviewing, though, because it is an incomplete pass. I think they also might be looking at if he was out of bounds, his hand was out of bounds when he batted it back.
It's got to be, they're going to just rule it incomplete. And play
Bad,
dead.
That's
bad
my guess.
All bad rule.
Let's see.
Bad everything.
After video review, the initial pass by the quarterback was forward, which is incomplete, will be second down, and there's no foul on the play against the defense.
Correct.
All right, so we had that.
Yeah, I mean, we were right. We do have video review right here.
Yes.
But we were right.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what.
I'll be honest. We thought it may have been an illegal forward pass at first before seeing the
Yeah,
replay.
well, once you watch the replay, and
Yeah.
I've watched so much college football in my lifetime, obviously all of us have, it's shocking how many times the people in the booth will watch a replay and still get it wrong.
Right.
It's actually one of the more stunning things in civilization.
That rule stinks.
Yeah, you should be able to keep it in. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, so after all of that,
Floor's lava.
it's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10 from Wyoming's own 36.
That was a weird play.
Very weird play.
Quarterback tried to do too much. Just tuck it and run for 4 and live to fight another day. Now Wyoming looks slightly confused.
So it'll be Peasley in the shotgun. Caleb Merritt now in the backfield. Motions over to the right side. It's the fake. Peasley has some space.
Nice run.
We'll bring up third and short.
And that's how they're going to make up for their lack of running back depth. They're going to probably run Peasley, 5 to 10 times in this game.
Alvin Floyd came in on the tackle.
Well-designed play.
And it brings up third down and 3 as Jordan Vaughn, who had the opening touchdown in this game, re-enters in the backfield. What's the play call here, Dave?
I would smash it up the middle and do it twice, but they're obviously not gonna, so I don't know if you can run it. I guess you gotta throw it if you only have one down. They've been living in 3rd and 3, it feels like.
There might be another option.
Timeout, Wyoming.
And a timeout by Craig Bull.
Timeout.
Cowboys.
Wyoming. It's their first charge timeout.
Now, if you, I believe the Vegas halftime line was 1.5, so for anybody who got involved in that, these are huge plays down the stretch. A lot of people get involved in the first half.
All right, so a 3rd down and 3 coming up for Wyoming after this timeout. Late in the second quarter, Wyoming leads by a field goal.
Been a very good game. What was that Josh Allen line he said?
Which one? If you're going to be a big dog, you got to piss in the tall grass.
I like that.
And he also said that Wyoming fans drink their sweaters. Drink till they get a sweater.
Yeah. All right, guys, now let's send it to Taylor Luan for the Stella Blue Beat Mr. 35-yard field goal challenge.
Our contestant today is Anthony Schumacher. Schumacher is playing for $5,000 and 1 year of Stella Blue coffee. It's very easy, friend. 30-yard field goal. If you make it and PFT makes it, you'll win. If you make it, he does not make it, you obviously win. If you both miss, we'll figure it out. Go ahead, on you, sir. Woof. Woof. I got you right here. Don't worry, PFT is not a trained professional. Oh my God! Incredible! Anthony, here at Barstool, we are all about giving back. You are still going to get 1 year of Stella Blue coffee. Congratulations, sir. PFT, everybody.
Sorry, I sandbagged you with the cleats. I didn't even know I was going to wear these.
That was a great contest. PFT basically set it up to look like a champ.
He's starting to turn into one of those gym guys who just is setting up events where he can kick field goals because he knows he's good at it.
It's like a pool shark showing up with a little briefcase.
Big Cat, how about the Stella Blue net in the background? That's pretty cool.
Beautiful. And like Taylor said, the guy's still going to get a year subscription to Stella Blue Coffee. Go buy it at StellaBlueCoffee.com. It's delicious. But yeah,
PFT's smart enough to somehow pull the strings. The only reason we're doing this bowl game is so we can kick in front of 30,000 people.
And Mr. Commenter, he has XFL tryouts coming out soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, he was golden there. He knows he can kick, and he set this up. He had the cleats.
The guy was in tennis shoes.
All right, 3rd down and 3 for Wyoming.
Big play.
It's Vaughn in the backfield with Peasley. A handoff, Jordan Vaughn.
First down, big play.
The first.
Huge play.
Huge play because you got to finish. Listen, the last 5, the first 5, all of it. Every minute counts.
Yep.
But finishing, Wyoming got the ball in the first half, right? First?
Correct.
Yeah, so you want to go score because you don't want to give Ohio the ball, chance to take the lead, go in this half, run the clock out, go in the locker room.
Yeah, you can see them huddling up, maybe taking a little time off here. So
they want this to be the last drive of the half.
Yep.
I'm really worried about the Suntans. I'm very worried about the Suntan situation for the Wyoming fans.
1st and 10 from their own 48. Peasley fakes, in trouble.
So
see ya.
That play was a miscommunication right from the start. Looked like he wanted to hand that off. The running back went to block, left him just standing there with nothing to do.
I couldn't tell if it was the bad snap. Was it supposed to be right? Something was off for sure.
Yeah.
That was the captain, Kai Caesar.
So
I think it was the snap.
Yeah, it might have been the snap, but he also was trying to get bailed out by his running back who went to do blocking duties.
It may have been the snap took him away and he couldn't complete the handoff, the exchange, because he wasn't where he's supposed to be. Either way, that play was dead from the get-go, and now they're behind the chains.
The defensive coordinator for Ohio, Spence Nowinski, told us that Kai Caesar's absorbed big pressure, sometimes takes a double team. This is a long pass, short.
Looked like little hand fighting by both sides, no flags.
Intended for Ryan Marcus.
Now you got to ask yourself, if you're Wyoming, what do you do here?
Justin Burchett was on the pressure there.
Your offense isn't built to pick up 3rd and 15s. You're trying to play a little clock battle.
I would run the ball here, make them burn one of their remaining 2 timeouts.
And punt it away?
Yeah, or do a screen. Just keep the clock moving here.
And this has nothing to do with who you're rooting for.
No, this is just smart tactical football.
It's true.
I would keep the clock rolling because at worst, you go in 14-14. You figure if you throw an incomplete, you got plenty of time, 2 timeouts. Run the ball or a little screen play here.
Beasley goes short, and it will be just that. The conservative play call.
But he went out of bounds.
And the catch by Jalen Sargent.
That was dumb.
No, the clock runs.
Oh, it winds?
Yeah, under 2.
It's under 2, my bad. All right, then that's good.
4th down.
Timeout from Ohio, most likely, right?
Yep. And yeah, I mean, an electric first quarter, but it has really,
Ohio.
The pace we thought was going to happen has settled in.
Right. But Ohio is going to get a chance to run a 2-minute drill.
With 1 timeout.
Dave, what's the move here? Are they conservative? Do they keep it on the ground, throw it deep?
Here's what I want them to happen in the spirit of competition and keeping this game close. I want them to run the clock out. Now, if I'm the coach, you got to go for it. And again, we talked to Josh Allen about it. We're fans. This is a bowl game. There is no tomorrow. You don't gain any. Like, if you lose, who cares? I mean, obviously you want to win, but you're not penalized for losing. So play to win the game. Play to win the game.
What I would guess is going to happen here is Ohio might start with a run, see if they can get some yards, and then go from there.
Yeah, well, and you got to see where the punt goes, because say they get pinned and Wyoming still has 2 timeouts. They could get the ball back. But what we've seen from Wyoming and their aggressiveness, they tend to be conservative. But it's all, I guess, where this punt lands, where we're talking without knowing where they're going to start the drive.
Or if they catch the punt.
All right, Clayton Stewart on to punt. And Sam Wiglis back to receive for Ohio. Bounces on the 13 and takes an Ohio bounce. And they'll take over on their own 14.
Kind of illustrates our point there, by the way, Dan, on the fumbled punt, because that was very similar. He ran up and caught it. That just died.
Yeah.
There was no gain to catch that punt.
And you could tell, because of the fumble earlier in the game, I think he probably would have tried to catch that.
I think he got talking to.
Yep, exactly. Let that thing die.
So we'll see what they go. What do you think? You think they're going to score?
I think they're going to start with a run, see if they can pick up maybe a chunk yard on the run, and then go from there.
So there are the 2 head coaches, Craig Bull and Tim Albin. They have a lot of history together. They worked together at Nebraska and North Dakota State. We'll dive into that in a little bit. 2:14 to go. Ohio down by a field goal. Bangura to the right side, close to the first down. He may have gotten it. And guys, look at this. Tim Albin starting at 2000. Craig Bull, they were both assistants together in Lincoln. And then Craig Bull became the head coach at North Dakota State, brought on Tim Albin to be his offensive coordinator. Here they are on opposite sidelines today.
Yeah, and Tim Albin talks about it, how, Craig Bull kind of, not a lifeline, but when Frank Solich got fired at Nebraska, he was out of a job, and Craig Bull called him up and said, come with me to North Dakota State.
I got to say, I don't care about any of that right now, boys. I care about this last 149 because it's very important, because closing the first half has a lot to do with everything.
And you see right there, Ohio might be back in the spot where they have to run and see if they can get another chunk yards, because that first down was great. They got what they wanted, but the incomplete pass stops the clock, and now they're kind of back right where they started.
Yeah, I don't think, though, Wyoming will call a timeout here, so you could always run on 3rd. I think Wyoming's very happy to go 14-11 into the locker room. I don't think they're going to stop it now. So I would still press if I was Ohio.
2nd down and 10 for Harrison Company. Has some time. Now trouble and a flag.
A hold?
Comes in late. Whip, maybe a leg whip.
The quarterback did go down funny, but I think the way the lineman looked like he got tackled. Looks like a hold where they threw it, but we'll have to see. Let's see, watching it.
I think that's a leg whip. That's absolutely a leg whip. Yep. Can't do that.
No, he's not even paying attention.
Holding.
Oh,
thank
offense.
you.
Come on, refs.
Take off your Ohio hats
Kicked
up
him.
here in the
Kicked
booth.
him.
How's that a leg whip? He's getting dragged.
Kicked
he doesn't know where he is, Dan. That was the absolute right call.
I don't know, leg whip. That's a dangerous play.
By the way, you
that's
decline
Shedrick
the holding.
Rhodes, the right tackle.
You decline the holding, right?
Yeah, you decline it.
And it's 3rd down.
And now you call a timeout.
Now you got to call it. Well, the clock's not running yet.
Right,
Now
no,
it
I'm
is.
saying.
Now it is. Timeout Wyoming. Timeout Wyoming. Timeout Wyoming.
3rd
Timeout
down and
Wyoming.
10. Wyoming does have 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 15.
And why is Ohio should snap this ball with nothing left?
Call a timeout, coach. Timeout, coach. Wake up.
Bleeding some more clock.
This is terrible.
5
terrible.
snap. Harris pitches right side. Bangura.
He's got to
lose
stay
a
in
couple of
bounds.
yards. He goes out of bounds.
So Wyoming's about to get the ball. What did they lose? 30 seconds there?
Yeah, and Ohio's running back has to have a better presence of mind there.
That was Wyatt Eckler.
Because they just basically gave the timeout back.
Yeah, well, but not even. They would have still had them. They still would have had the 2 timeouts in another 30 seconds. Unless what I said, Wyoming's not even going to try to score. But come on, somebody's going to be. If we know it up here in the booth, everyone in Laramie's screaming timeout. You get the ball back with $1:40 to go, 2 timeouts, and you go get some points.
This
it
will
was
be interesting.
3rd and 17. You got to call timeout.
Yes, hello from the broadcast booth.
Hello,
Jack
Laramie.
Wilson punting it away.
Good punt.
It's a good one.
Very good punt.
And it goes out of bounds.
And Ohio has not been good on those punt long situations this year, so they'll take that
at
for
the
sure.
35-yard line. So, 111.
I assume
2 timeouts.
I assume they're just going to go.
You think
in the
they're going to
locker
kneel it out?
Well,
just run up the middle.
That was crazy because Wyoming should have called a timeout, and then Ohio basically gave them a gift back by going out of bounds. Kind of both sides mangled the clock there.
That drives me nuts as a fan or a spectator. I just don't know why you want to call the timeout there. My guess is they're happy to go whatever. He plays it his way. He's happy to go. Now, if they start pushing the ball down the field, then
so
I'm
let's
totally
see if they're conservative or if they try to get in field goal range. The fake. The screen pass, Trayton Welch.
So now I don't know why you want to call the timeout.
Yeah, and that was the 1st and 10 line, now in, presented by High Noon.
Now
so
they're going
minutes ago,
fast.
Kenan Blauser on the tackle.
What are we doing here, Jake?
Peasley throws it deep. He tripped up.
Got to give your guy a chance.
Yeah.
Second ball that was
Alex
on to the
Brown.
hash.
Now they're in a 3rd and 1.
Now they're going to run the ball.
At first, the first down play was a nice play.
Yes.
But yeah, off the back foot, not a great pass. Doesn't give him much of a chance.
No, let your receiver go out and make a play. We got a man down. Yeah.
Well, we got a turned ankle. It looked like Wyoming's wide receiver turned his ankle there too.
Yeah, but he was fine. It was the guy who flew over him.
So that's Justin Burchett, the 5th-year senior out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida.
Is that a big recruiting hub for Ohio?
Florida seems to be a big recruiting hub for any school.
Touche. Total yards really can't be much closer, huh? 165 to 154.
And the difference in this game is the muff punt. And the targeting. But the muff punt is really what Wyoming has been able to capitalize off of. You have one turnover, instant points.
There's Brandon Walker. He'll be a member of the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl halftime show presented by Hooters. And guys, he got hurt before this game.
Yeah, he's really been milking it.
Hang in there. You're good.
He does have quite a bruise on his back.
Yeah, he does. But
good.
He's really been letting everybody know about it.
I didn't make it very far.
Well, he did earn the Wyoming Cowboys.
No, I didn't.
Oh my.
He called himself the toughest guy at Barstool. If you notice the shot we just had of him, he was in the shade. The sun will beat Brandon Walker down any chance it gets.
I actually hate Brandon Walker in a lot of respects. That shirt does work for him.
Oh, yeah. No, he didn't want to do it. I told him, I was like, that shirt
great.
is it.
He looks like he was born in that shirt. With the no undershirt, the gold chain, he looks great.
So Brandon luckily is okay to perform at this halftime report.
You got to assume right now you run the ball to try to get a first down and then call a timeout.
So yes, 2 timeouts for Wyoming.
Or
Vaughn
spike it.
in the backfield. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what Peasley drums up here. Hands it off to Vaughn. Gets the first. Second effort gets into midfield.
Now either call timeout or run up and spike it.
This is one of those ones where
they do call the timeout.
They call the timeout. I was going to say, don't waste it down on spiking.
Why?
That always drives me crazy.
I don't mind.
You're not a great offense. You might get stuck in a spot where.
Burchett going to the locker room.
I just think if you need that down, you're probably going to run out of time.
Yeah.
So guys, keep in mind, John Hoyland, the Wyoming kicker, his longest this season is 55. He's 20 He's made 20 field goals this season, which ties his school record. So now he has a wider field goal range than most kickers in college football.
Now we should note, Jake, Laramie is altitude, is it not?
Yes.
I believe so. So thinner air, it's pretty high up there. Sneaky tough place to play.
I'm going to ask something that I know is stupid, and I may regret it after I ask it. What does Pokes mean? I know it's Wyoming, go Pokes, but what is it?
I believe it's just a nickname for Cowboys.
Yeah. Poke is a Cowboy?
I think Oklahoma State does the same thing.
Okay. Live and learn. That's a little history lesson for all you Ohio people.
Yeah, so John Hoyland.
I love the Cowboy
See the
hat.
Cowboy hat. We mentioned him before. He has a long list of accolades, a semifinalist for the Luke Rozo Award for the top kicker, first team All-Mountain West. So guys, this just illustrates that, yeah, you have some work ahead of you to get into field goal range, but not as much as if it were any other kicker.
Well, yeah, we don't know the altitude, obviously, but...
So the altitude in Laramie is higher than the altitude in Denver. I'm unbiased, but I'm just stating facts. 7,000 feet.
First set of downs for Peasley. Avoids the sack. Keeps it himself. Spins, gets the first and more. Oh my! Andrew Peasley putting the team on his back. McCrory comes down with the tackle. It's a gain of 22.
An electric run. He almost lost the ball.
Did you hear me yelling, hold on to it? Looked like the guy was creeping behind. Now tick, 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 tick. They're wasted.
No, it doesn't, you know.
Yeah,
do have one timeout.
Stops on the first
Peasley
down.
throws it left side, incomplete, intended for Wieland. Going back to this run, guys. Wyoming now in field goal range thanks to the heroic effort of Andrew Peasley.
And look right here, he almost loses the ball, has to reconfigure, bad tackling.
I got nervous with the guy chasing him right there. You get the big strip. But a great play by the quarterback.
And guys, his mobility is a big reason why Wyoming's so successful on the ground. They rank 3rd in the Mountain West and 26th in the country in sacks allowed. That also has to do with this superb offensive line. So a true team effort on that play.
Interesting to see how they manage the clock here. 23 seconds, one timeout. So if you do anything under the chains, you're probably going to have to call a timeout, put the field goal unit on.
Peasley, this time,
that's the one
sacked.
You cannot have that.
Bonnie Watkins.
If you're the quarterback there, you got to get rid of the ball. You can't take a sack. You got to know time and distance and everything that's situational football. You know, no one was open, but still, dump it off. Your running back's right there as a safety valve.
You
can't take it.
The option now with no timeout.
Ball on the 35 now.
So, and we're saying this guy's range is 50, so you got to do what? A 7-yard out, get out of bounds, and bring on the field goal unit. Quick 5 to 7 yards at least gives you a shot at a field goal.
Yeah.
All right. This it.
Yeah, here's Coach Bull and John Hoyland talking pregame. We caught up with Coach Bull beforehand. He said depending on what the wind situation is, he can go as long as 55 or 56. If the wind's against him, 52. Doesn't seem to be much wind as a factor right now, but you never know.
5 to 7 yard out, quick, got to get out of bounds because you get tackled inbounds. It's going to be really hard to get the field goal unit on. I will say Coach looked like he could be an extra in Tulsa game in that last outfit.
No timeouts for Wyoming on the fringe of John Hoyland's range. Got to be careful here. Peasley throws it way deep and throws it away.
They're going to take a bomb field goal attempt?
Yeah. And that was the exact play he needed to do the last down when he took a sack.
Yeah, he had plenty of time there. It didn't look like they ran any outs in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 yards, which is confusing to me.
Yeah, they might have been trying to get the first down. Clock stops.
They needed 16
rush on.
yards.
I know.
So 35, 42, 52-yarder.
52-yard field goal attempt right on Dave by John Hoyland. Again, his long is 55. He did that against Tulsa, the first team All-Mountain West member.
Whistles
looks
before.
Like
timeout.
Get a timeout.
Good. They froze him.
Timeout.
I'm not going to lie.
Prior to the kick. Third and final timeout.
In a twist of fate, I am rooting for Ohio. I love them action. I actually think with the Stella Blue in the end zone, it makes it a little easier. No, it makes it a little easier. That is a big-time target that you can look at. The other end zone, not as easy.
What do you think on the freezing? Obviously, it worked right there. He booted it right through.
I'm always down to freeze it, especially college kickers. They're kids, you know?
The only thing is when you use your last, I guess it's worth it, but now you know you can't be frozen because
Yeah.
there's no timeouts. But the odds, I mean, if you hit 2 straight 52-yarders, you're the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a leg. That's
John
not
Hoyland.
altitude.
Yeah, that was way
mentioned
easy.
Yeah.
The first team all-conference. He's 87%, 20 for 23. That's second in the Mountain West. So they believe in this guy, and they're giving him a shot from 52 here to extend the lead to 6.
Missed it.
No,
Hoyland.
nailed it. Curving left.
Wow.
And good.
He's got a leg. That's not altitude, folks.
That's his 4th field goal this season, 50 yards or more.
Drew it in. I thought it was going wide right when if you maybe heard an errant missed it, it was actually good.
That was a great kick.
So John Hoyland, that 21st field goal, now breaks that tie for a record. He has the most field goals ever by a Wyoming kicker in a season. That one was good from
58.
well beyond 50.
I'm going to say this,
too.
and I've always wanted to say it. We might be seeing that guy on Sunday.
Oh, I love that.
You like that?
What team do you think you could see him on?
I don't know, but I'm just saying we might be seeing him on Sunday. Poised.
I want so much merch, like those uniforms. Can we get like a shirt with that patch? I'd wear it all the time. I'm turning into a big Cowboy fan right before your
I
eyes.
will say, Dave, this giant Barstool logo on midfield stretching from 40 to 40, just beautifully done.
They actually apologized. They said they wanted to get it bigger. I was like, it's pretty big.
A lot of people ask, why didn't we do the end zones? We don't really have an answer for that. It can't be that. I mean, we did the whole stadium. It can't be that expensive. There was a reason we couldn't. Whatever. It is what it is.
We get a Jerry redemption here.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to make sure we watch and see what happens with Jerry.
What could be the final play of the first half. So Hoyland booting it away after making that 52-yard field goal to extend the lead.
Squib kick
to 6. The squib. Breaking the tackle and down, and that's how the first half ends. A lot of fireworks in the first quarter. Second quarter, the defenses reign supreme, and that's where we are. Wyoming 17, Ohio 11. 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Adam Ferrone should be down on the field with Craig Bohl of Wyoming. There's Roan in the center of your screen, waiting on Coach Bohl.
Good to go?
There he is.
Coach, it's my understanding that you coach these kickers. Is it time that these boys get the star treatment they deserve?
Well, you know what? We're really proud of the group, and John did a great job there. He got frozen, came back and answered the other one. Clayton's doing a good job with that, but a competitive half here.
A lot of balance so far in the game. How do you make sure you maintain that momentum in the second half?
Well, first of all, I think we've got to do a better job on defense, getting off the field a little bit on third down. Offensively, I think we're mixing things up pretty good. Andrew's throwing the ball well, and we're going to need a couple explosive plays. So we got behind him a couple times, but we need to make him pay for it.
How much is that sun playing in? It's pretty hot on that sideline.
You know what? Not so much the sideline. The old coach can handle it, but I do think it had an impact on the receivers.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Coach. See you in the second half.
All right, thank you, Roan. Thank you to head coach Craig Bohl. A happy camper so far with Wyoming up 17-11. Coming up after the break, the studio crew will be back with the halftime show presented by Hooters. Casey, Brandon, PFT, and Will Compton. 2 quarters down, 2 to go. It's the Wyoming Cowboys, 17. The Ohio Bobcats, 11. The inaugural Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl has been tons of fun so far, and don't you worry, plenty of more fun and football coming on the other end.
Fun and
Wyoming
football.
by
Fun
6
and football.
at the break.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Tucson. Back inside Arizona Stadium. An awesome first half of football between the Ohio Bobcats and the Wyoming Cowboys. Right now, it's Wyoming 17 and Ohio 11 at the break. awesome first 30 minutes, including a field goal by Wyoming right before halftime. John Hoyland. And that's where we leave things off. The first half, Dave, specifically the first quarter, tons of electricity.
Yeah, and a lot of times in games like these, it's almost mistakes, and that's what we've had. We had the targeting penalty that directly led to a touchdown. We had a muff punt directly led to a touchdown. Missed interception led to 3. It's been a lot of big mistakes that turned into big points.
Yeah, Big Cat. There's that targeting penalty that we mentioned earlier. It was Colby Taylor who was ejected early on.
Yeah, it was that play was 8 points right there. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. Ohio has their offense without Rourke at the end of the year. They've had to lean on teams, death by 1,000 paper cuts. Are they able to open up the run game a little bit more in the second half and get some more chunk yard plays?
Yeah, there's Jersey Jerry getting in on the action.
This was the ugliest play. That was the ugliest play of the first half. That was disgusting. You get the feeling, at least I do watching this, it was predicted to be a close game. It is a close game, and both teams seem content right now that it's a close game. Nobody's making any big chances, big moves. I think they're both content to take it to the fourth quarter, and a couple big plays will probably win this game or big mistakes.
Yeah, we're back here in the broadcast booth. He's Dave Portnoy, Dan Big Cat Cats. I'm Jake Marsh. Thanks for sticking with us on this late December Arizona Bowl presented by Barstool Sports. And Big Cat, one of the biggest questions for Wyoming entering this game, who would be playing running back? Well, so far, it doesn't matter who it is. They're having success. 92 total yards, including a touchdown on the opening drive by Jordan Vaughn.
Yeah, and you've seen a lot of it is the quarterback designed runs, which they've been able to do, mix it up, keep them guessing. And because both teams, let's be honest, the passing hasn't been great. There's been a lot of missed wide open guys, but Wyoming has found a way to get it done. Here you see it right here where they got guys second guessing. They don't have their running backs. Let's use our quarterback, get those first downs.
And again, I think we said in the pregame, if you're going to miss multiple players at position, big running back is not a bad position because you can always have guys who fill in. By the way, Jake, on that camera, when we're on screen, I notice you have the professional smile down.
Yeah.
Like when you're not talking, you give the nice smile right at the camera.
And I'm the exact opposite where I see a TV with my face on it and I can only look at the TV being like, wow, how am I there and also right here?
That's what they tell us in journalism school. Smile.
Yeah.
Pretend the camera's the third person. Let's go down to the sidelines, the Hooters sideline report with Caleb Presley.
Yep, guys, I just talked to Coach. For the second half, he said both sides of the ball, third down, they have to do better, and we started the game with finish, and now it's time to finish. That's all he said, but he seemed like he was excited about it.
Yeah, and that's coach speak. Thank you, Caleb. We could have probably maybe saved Caleb an airline ticket because third downs matter, turnovers matter, finishing the game matters.
Yeah, and Caleb also said that Josh Allen was blowing it, and Josh Allen was a delight in the first half.
Updates from around the country since we don't have the score bug. Notre Dame 31, South Carolina 31. That's the only other game.
The Pitt UCLA game was seemed like a thrilling finish. Pitt upsets UCLA. Bowl season, baby. There's nothing better.
And
There's
honestly,
nothing better.
College football, I love this game. It's our game.
Yeah, it's our game. And we're going to get a nice sunset here, Dave.
And it's going to look like a UCLA
Rose Bowl
with the mountains, the Catalina Mountains, as we kick off the second half.
All right, we're underway. Hoyland kicks it off to Wilburn, who takes it out from deep in the end zone, gets to the 20, and it'll be down around the 23-yard line. So the Ohio offense, led by C.J. Harris, again making its third career start. He's 7 of 13, 77 yards, and a touchdown. 26 yards on the ground. Dave, what are you looking out of this quarterback in the second half to make this comeback happen?
Yeah, well, I think they started moving the ball pretty effectively. A big holding call killed one drive. So you got to look at, can they stay ahead of the chains? Because if they have, they've been very effective.
Harris has C.A. Bangura, the MAC freshman of the year, in the backfield with him. He hands it off to Bangura. Medium gain there.
A little better than medium, a good leg drive.
Yeah, falling forward, we're going to need that replay of Jerry there because he had something going on where he was losing his mic. I was watching it in real time. I could just watch him run around the field the whole time. He did ask Coach Craig Bowl before the game if he needed a carry, he could be called on.
Good first down carry gained.
in 5.
Yeah, it's a 10 still on score. There we go, 5. Good 5 yards. Tackled at 2. Good after contact.
Bangura, 8 carries for 43 yards so far. Harris, this one's caught. Sam Wiglis gets leveled at the end, but it was worth the reward. And guys, Sam Wiglis, he's the leading receiver after that gain of 15. Leading receiver this season. He didn't make his first catch in the MAC championship game against Toledo with 4 minutes left in the entire game, but the offensive coordinator, Scott Isfrey, they call him Izzy, he said plain and simple, we have to get him more touches, and they're doing that out of the gate in the second.
Great hustle from 86. I think he's a lineman. Is that a lineman for Wyoming? Came back and laid a big hit. Great hustle. As they call on the draft board, motor.
That's Braden Siders, the defensive end.
Reverse.
The reverse flea flicker. The throw underthrown.
And we go to the telestrator here. He had all day to run down the sideline.
Jacoby Jones both had his quarterback with plenty of room, Dave, but they couldn't connect.
Yeah, well, first of all, he should have been tackled instantly, but once he broke that first tackle, he had tons of daylight. He also, that's the easiest pass to complete of all time.
And he just has the entire sideline. Oh, we just did something different there. Clear it.
The spotlight.
Yep, I did the spotlight, but that was a 40-yard gain.
I don't mind him throwing. It was just the worst pass in the history of the forward pass.
Set your feet, young man.
Bangura in the backfield with C.J. Harris.
But that is a bowl game second half play. You start emptying the locker room.
This one another bad throw.
And that was another good play. Drawn up,
so
have
2
an action
plays
go
ago,
one way.
we saw Jones underthrow it to Harris, and now it's the reverse, Dave.
Yeah, and in that trickeration that they did, you wonder in bowl games again, you're practicing, you try to keep it interesting. You got to assume both teams have a bunch of trick plays. Empty the arsenal here in the second half.
It's 3rd down and 10 for Ohio. The Bobcats are 3 of 6 on 3rd downs today.
Frustrating for the coach, shaking his head. He knows you put him in position twice with nothing.
Harris. Pressure. Screen left side, Bangura. Can he make it happen? No, he gets to midfield. Braden Siders with the tackle. That'll bring down 4th down and about 3. Decision time for Tim Albin.
This is the same guy that I just called out 2 plays ago. Who's 86?
86 is Braden Siders, the freshman All-American.
Give Braden Siders credit. This is the second play in 3. He comes from the line, full speed with a huge tackle twice. I called out the first time. He caught this guy's got a motor.
And Dave, you mentioned it. That's got to be so frustrating for Tim Albin in Ohio because they drew up 2 perfect plays and just didn't execute it.
I'm circling 86 on my pokey big board.
You want to say it? You want to say it? You want me to say it?
You say it.
We might see him on Sundays.
Yeah, we might see him on Sundays. I may have circled the wrong guy here. Nick Miles? What, they got 2 86s?
Yeah.
Braden Siders.
College.
Look at Wyoming getting ready to come out after the 38-yard punt. Brushing it off. Andrew Peasley, got to get your QB1 ready to go on this first possession of the second half.
I'm doing all the research on Brandon Siders.
He's your guy.
That guy, that 2 plays in a row, not game change, but plays that would have gone much more. You can't expect help if you're the secondary. You got this monster flying back, making big hits. I may get his jersey.
So this is the 1st and 10 line. It's now in, presented by High Noon. 1st and 10. From the 13 for Peasley and company on their last drive before the half. They got into field goal range for John Hoyland's 52-yarder. He checks it down here to Ryan Marcus. He'll pick up about 5.
Ohio has a play there that could be a tackle for a loss. Guy goes high. Those are the type of plays that, changes the entire down and distance. Got to make those open field tackles.
That was the true freshman Adonis Williams coming in on the tackle. Look at Vonnie Watkins disrupting him here. Dave, this is right in your living room coming here.
Yeah, I'm just still studying Brandon Siders. He's captivated me. He may be my #1 pick in the NFL draft.
A new change in the backfield. Sam Scott, that linebacker, converted running back, takes the carry here.
Now that's
close to that marker.
You're saying this guy, this is his first game as a running back because he looked like he played running back his whole life. He must have been a running back.
He did play in high school.
Yeah.
He did play in high school. He's out of Omaha, Nebraska.
But you can also see that maybe not the explosiveness.
No, but he had a good little cut.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska, home of what? College World Series.
Yep.
And Warren Buffett.
And who is that guy who I always say only comes out and announces Little League World Series games?
Oh, no, this is going to derail the broadcast.
Every time we can't think of his name.
3rd down and 1.
I think he pitched at Rice.
The handoff.
Break that tackle.
Great.
And get it.
Great tackle.
Rodney Matthews makes it 4th down.
Huge play. It was 3rd and what? Less than a 1.
It was 3rd and 1, yep.
And this is where it might be hurting Wyoming with their running back depth. Not a lot of explosion out of the backfield. Really well played by the defensive
Yeah, I don't know
lineman.
that anybody would have done that.
Yeah.
And guys, defensive coordinator for Ohio, Spence Nowinski, in our coaches call last week, he praised his defensive front. He said it's pivotal to be strong up front. We rest our hat on playing those guys, and they came up with a big play early in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I'd like to say conservative, but you're going to be able to get 1 yard.
We got a
Wiglitz from the 35.
No flag.
No flag, but they did hit the kicker there.
A 44-yard punt by Clayton Stewart.
They were going all out for the block there. Lucky they didn't get flagged.
All right, look at this punter get hit. No laundry on the field. Early in the 3rd quarter, it's Wyoming by 6. It's Football Bowl is brought to you by Hooters, our favorite place to watch football or really any sport. Check out your local Hooters today. And by High Noon Hard Seltzer, real vodka, real juice for real fans just like us. Head over to your local liquor store and get some today. Welcome back to Tucson. Wyoming by a half a dozen, 17-11, 10:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
What is this? What are they lining up?
Coming up soon, we'll have the High Noon Quarterback Challenge.
Just a weird huddle there from Ohio.
Yep.
Ohio fans coming in strong, as are Wyoming.
Looks
Back
like
on the field, it's a fresh drive.
Looks like we're in a Wildcat.
It is the Wildcat.
Run.
And a short run by Bangura.
I'll tell you what, Tony Sperano, RIP, he revolutionized the game with the Wildcat. We've been doing the Wildcat for probably a decade too long now, because they just do run every time.
He revolutionized it with those glasses, too. I was on the business end of the first time that really took off.
Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams.
He just demolished us, but by the end of the season, it didn't work.
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams, that's right. Cadillac Williams is on the Bucks.
All-time name. Harrison the Pistol has Bangura behind him. 5 minutes down in this 3rd quarter. Wyoming down by 6. Facing pressure, caught by Bangura.
Nowhere to go.
But Shea Suiau-Noah takes him down.
Defense is starting to settle in here.
Yeah, we had 22 points in the 1st quarter. Since then, no touchdowns, 1 field goal each, 28 total points. Keep in mind, that total, we talked about it off the top,
Starting to come into play.
Yes.
Starting to come into play. And again, it maybe was a little misleading because all the points were coming from turnovers, misplays, muff punts.
3rd down and 8 for the Bobcats. Just 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions today.
Great pop.
Harris launches. Incomplete.
Great defense.
Miles Cross almost
great defense.
Had it in, but good defense by Wyatt Eckler, the younger brother of Austin Eckler of the LA Chargers.
The D-back there makes a great play at the end of the, he had him. If he threw it a little bit earlier, able to recover and make that play.
Maybe lead him a tad bit more. But really, it's a good play by the defensive guy. You got to tip his hat. Perfect pocket, plenty of time. Just the defensive guy made a better play. And a 3 and out, and ball right back to the Pokes. I love calling them Pokes.
So here's Jack Wilson, the Australian.
That didn't seem like a rugby punt.
And a fair catch around the 23. Jack Wilson out of Pro Kick Australia.
Okay, I believe you.
We're doing a field position game now, boys.
Wyoming 17, Ohio 11, 9:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines. Rome with a very special guest.
Guys, thanks. I'm here with Jersey Jerry, the T-man, who's been getting that tee off the field. Let's go through your 3 trips onto the field. The first one, what happened?
For the first one was a flamethrower. It was not a machine gun. Second one, I got robbed. I got bullied.
What happened there? Who was that?
I don't know her name, but she's on my shit list. Yeah, she tripped me up. She pushed me from the back really, really low. Next one, I said, screw it. I'm just going to take the tee. Forrest Gump, see ya.
A lot of people have been talking about your body. How does it make you feel?
You know, when they built this body, they built it to be blue collar. That's all I'll say.
It's a blue collar body, and someone has to do the work. Back to you guys.
You know, if we could redo that replay one time real quick, look at Jerry's ankles.
Ankles, yeah, that's
I hadn't
where.
noticed it.
Yeah.
His ankles, for people thinking that may have been a flop, the ankles on the fall, they were doing things that
Look
ankles
at that, sad day, bad day.
Yeah, well,
Sneakers.
it was the sad day, bad day for his ankles here when he goes down.
We're looking at the right one?
I think both of them look like...
Oh, that right ankle!
And again, I mean, that's 18 ACL, MCL. That is tough.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this sign, the best one you'll see today.
I sold my left nut to be at this game. For the boys, I love that.
That's a football guy.
Yeah, that's a shout out to the boys. Taylor Wan. And obviously,
can't get enough looks at this.
He did Forrest Gump the last one. I don't know if we have that replay, but he ran straight out of the stadium.
This is starting to remind me of that Louisville guy who got injured in the Final Four. And they wouldn't stop showing it.
Where?
Yeah, this is brutal. We keep showing his stomach.
Here he is. I think this is when he goes
face first. Those ankles.
Yeah, this is face first.
I've never seen an ankle look like he twisted it 4 times on the way to the ground, 4 different times. Jersey Jerry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Hello from the broadcast booth. An awesome game so far. Awesome set of festivities here early in the third quarter. This sunset, wow, it's taking over. This is
I
awesome.
gotta be honest, I don't know what you're talking about yet with the sunset because
the shadows are coming in a little
bit. No, the
Yeah.
sunset has not set it.
Okay,
Right,
I stand corrected.
There is no sunset quite yet.
And here's the woman who took down Jersey Jerry. We apologize for the profanities he may have said earlier.
Yeah, well, if you had your ankle snapped in 18 different spots, you may drop an S-bomb unintentionally.
Yes.
But yeah, no sunset quite yet. No sunset quite
Shadows.
yet.
I think we should get a sunset late in the fourth.
Her name is Sydney Burkle, and she is picking up the tee, taking over for Jerry. She's the star of this game so far.
And I'll tell you what, a lot of things going around. 9 minutes left in the third, 6-point game. If Wyoming can go put a drive together, they take a stranglehold on this game.
Yep.
All right, so it is Wyoming football looking to make this a 2-possession game. Jordan Vaughn had the opening touchdown. He's in the backfield for Peasley. Here's Peasley with nice protection for the moment. This one is incomplete.
Dangerous
Welch,
pass.
the captain, has a touchdown earlier, and that was dangerous, as you guys mentioned.
It went from dangerous to almost perfect. I thought it was going to be picked, and I thought it was going to be caught. But dangerous pass.
You got 2 linebackers in space there. He gets it right over their head.
Woo. That was Rodney Matthews providing the late pressure.
That was actually a 1 in a million pass. He dropped it over 2 defenders perfectly off his receiver's hands. But I wouldn't advise that again unless we're watching the next Tom Brady here. That was a perfect pass.
Peasley operating in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10. Throws it left side. Caught. A ferocious hit by Torrey Cox.
When have you heard this? 3rd and 3 for Wyoming all day long. I'm going to say this too. I do feel like the Ohio cornerbacks are starting to sit a little bit.
They are. He just put his foot in the ground and went right after that.
Yeah, watch that they don't sit on one of those outs.
That was Alex Brown with the catch. Torrey Cox made the tackle. Defensive coordinator Spence Nowinski called him one of the finest cornerbacks in all of the MAC.
Okay, big compliment. Also on the flip side, if they are starting to sit, maybe a little stop and go, catch them flat-footed.
All right, so 3rd down and 2. Vaughn, the running back.
Last time they ran it, they got stuffed on 3rd and 1. See if they try that again.
Peasley looking to throw, facing pressure, and down he goes. He kept it alive for a little bit, but a trio of Ohio defenders puts an end to this drive. One of them, Shane Bonner, Kai Caesar, the captain, got involved as well.
And you can see Ohio's defensive line is starting to make some plays. They had a tackle for a loss on the last drive to end that drive, and then they get a sack here. They're starting to get some pressure, which they did not have in the first half.
A loss of 11.
What's frustrating if you're a Wyoming fan is they're getting into very manageable 3rd down situations. Last 2 drives, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. One turns into a sack and a stuff. You punt both. You got to convert those. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, they got to be automatic.
Stewart, the punter, wigless, back to return. This one bounces around the 45.
Poison.
And we have solid field position ahead for the Ohio Bobcats, looking to erase this deficit.
Just a punt fest. Love it.
Now it's time for Game Time Trivia. Name the highest drafted quarterback from both the Mountain West and the MAC since 2000. Submit your answer on Twitter using hashtag GameTimeTrivia to win $250 credit in your Game Time account. Download the app and use code AZBowl22 for $20 off your first purchase.
Roethlisberger, and maybe Carr? Was Carr?
Allen?
Well, I was thinking Allen, but it's got to be can't be that obvious, right?
No, I think
got the answer.
I don't think they knew we were going to
a little bit later in the show.
True.
Bangura.
I can't remember where
gets
Carr
the
got
midfield.
trapped.
Oh wait, was he one?
His brother was.
Yeah.
But
What was the question? I know. I'm not a trivia guy. Memorization and spelling the lowest form of human intelligence.
Xavier, you're
for
selling
sure.
yourself short. You're in a top 10 trivia team on the dozen. Me,
Well,
you, and Big Cat all in the top 10.
I'm gonna
that's
s-
just because I
I'm
play
gonna
aggressive.
I'm going to say Roethlisberger and Carr and not say which Carr.
By the way, you will be back in this state of Arizona in February for the Dozen Live event.
Yep,
So
Super
stay
Bowl
tuned
week.
for that.
Hopefully the Patriots will be there.
2nd and 5 for Ohio. Bangura gets the first and a few more.
Sorry if you heard that snoring. I was just
Yes, I
taking a
did hear
sip of
that.
water.
Isaac White comes down with the tackle, but not
A lot
soon
of
enough.
times when you get that first down,
Yep.
you get the tempo, the momentum, and it leads to a long drive. We'll see if that happens here with Ohio as they burst into Wyoming territory with a chance to take the lead again.
Approaching the 6-minute mark of this scoreless third quarter so far. Ohio looking to get back on the board. Down by 6. Fresh set of downs. Harris, hands off, Bangura, look out, to the 30, 20, it's a foot race. C.A. Bangura down inside the 5.
Wide open hole.
I could have run through that. Big hole, exploded through. 1st and goal.
A gain of 40. Easton Gibbs saved the touchdown. Bangura, that puts him over 100 yards, guys. He's at 103, his 4th 100-yard rushing game. Now it's a red zone opportunity presented by Omega. Bangura still in the backfield behind Harris. Harris pitches, Bangura, touchdown, we're tied.
And you called it, Dave. That first down gave them that momentum. Kind of had Wyoming on their heels a little bit. Big explosive run, and that one was easy, perfectly played pitch.
Ohio taking to lead. First score of the second half. Big drive coming up for Wyoming. Got to answer. Got to at least put together a couple first downs. Defense just looked tired. 2 3 and outs. A little bit gas. Good block there on the edge. What are they doing? Trickiness to the typical extra point.
All they need is a PAT to take the lead, Nathaniel Vakos.
And there's something so beautiful about a perfectly timed pitch. You can't guard against that.
And Ohio is back in front thanks to that man right there, C.A. Bangura. The MAC Freshman of the Year picked up 40 before punching it in the end zone on the very next play. And Ohio takes a 1-point lead, 18-17. Just more than 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
It's football.
Are back in front, 18-17 with 5:14 remaining in the third quarter. C.A. Bangura put the team on his back on that drive, punched it in for a 3-yard score to give his Bobcats a 1-point lead in the late stages of this third quarter.
Little plays have been very important. The last 2 drives for Wyoming seemingly in good shape. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. They get stuffed both times. They got to put together a couple first downs and find a way to get short yardage situations.
Vandenberg boots that one into the end zone for a touchback, and it will be Wyoming from the 25. Going back to that touchdown, Big Cat, it was the wide receiver Sam Wiglis with a beautiful fake here.
Right there, he jumps up, he gets everyone clear it. He gets everyone going that way, and then you open it up, roll it right now. So you get the cornerback can no longer help because he's thinking he's defending.
I will
that
say
opens
that
it up.
that jump's a little gratuitous. He was already with him.
Gets the cornerback away from the play. He's the guy who's got to make the tackle there.
But if he didn't, there was no difference in jumping. That was gratuitous.
That was a great jump.
That was a gratuitous jump.
All right, so Wyoming now trailing. This pitch to the left side by Ryan Marcus. A solid first down play.
Yeah, now let's not get hanky-panky here because we haven't been able to get a first down.
We got 3 downs to get a yard. So go get the yard and move the chains and get the momentum. The hardest first down to get in any drive is the first down. Get it, get the momentum. Let's put a drive together. We're all Wyoming today, unless you're from Ohio.
And that's what we saw in the last drive with Ohio, Dave. They picked up that first one, you called it, and they went down the field and scored the touchdown.
Instantly.
And Wyoming already has more yards in that one play than they did in the first 2 drives of the half.
They just cannot gain short yardage.
Vaughn, tackled by Cannon Blauser. Blauser, go ahead, Dave.
I tell these guys in the huddle, listen, we're going to be men with pokes, and we are running the ball down the middle 2 plays in a row, and if we can't get half a yard, we're packing up the suitcases, and we're going back to Laramie. That's what I say.
Or you put Jerry in. Jerry will get you half a yard.
One or the other.
3rd down and 1.
I don't like shock
for the Wyoming Cowboys. Vaughn in the backfield with the quarterback Peasley. That's Welch who moves over to the left side of the line.
QB draw. There we go.
Gets the first down.
And Ohio almost blew that up.
That's the redshirt freshman Jordan Vaughn. Did
Big
not
first
take
down.
a snap at running back until this game. Roman Perotti makes the tackle.
They needed that. That
was
really
huge.
did.
Yeah, their first 2 drives, 6 plays, 5 yards. They now have a first down. It feels like they can open it up a little.
Good block by one of the big uglies there, 52.
So, Dave, they got that first down of the drive you were talking about. Let's see if they can get some momentum.
That high noon looks perfect with the color of their uniforms.
High noon, a delicious drink. That's the
Passion
first
fruit,
down
my
marker.
favorite.
Sam Scott, that linebacker converted running back in the backfield, and he has the ball here. Good charging forward, picks up about 5.
And Wyoming's going with what they know, big boy package. They have everyone on the line of scrimmage, just run right behind them.
Good run, move the legs. Again, they continually are in very manageable 2nd, 3rd down. Just keep busting this team.
Jack Frory on the
Cowboys.
There's Craig Bull.
What is the saying?
A high noon quarterback challenge coming up soon.
If you want to be a big dog, you got to piss in the long grass.
All right, you got the grass is growing. It's turning late. It's 2 minutes in the 3rd. The long grass pissing that grass.
And they got the 2 tight ends on there again.
Bully ball.
2nd down and 4. Hand off to Scott. Scott can't get to that marker. Jack McCrory with another tackle, and it brings up 3rd down and short. A lot of those today, Dave.
Yeah, that may have been one of the running backs. I thought maybe get a little more, but again, 3rd and 3. It's deja vu. Every single drive they're here, and they've been fairly unsuccessful. I would run the ball again.
Wyoming, 6 of 12 on 3rd downs today.
Oh, he looks beautiful in that.
They're 34% on the year.
Design QB draw possibly as they spread them out.
Peasley has been dangerous with the keepers. An empty backfield.
Miscommunication on Ohio's defense.
This
trying to get
has
set.
to be design draw. Plant and go.
Beats the play clock, and down he goes!
It's not a planned draw.
I don't really know what Wyoming was doing there, why they were going away from what was working. They had 2 tight ends on the field, on the line of scrimmage, blocking, running the ball. Then they go light set, spread it out, and a perfectly timed blitz by Ohio.
That's Shane Bonner, the 5th-year senior, causing the 9-yard loss on 3rd down.
That's a great blitz. Great call by the defensive coordinator of Ohio.
Yeah, Spence Nowinski. We caught up with the team during their walkthrough yesterday. I've been told by multiple people that Spence Nowinski is the most intense man you'll ever meet, a true football guy.
It's those 3rd and shorts. That's been the story of this half. Good roll.
Nicholas handles it. A little dangerous, but he'll be down around the 20, a 44-yard punt.
Big play,
Listen,
from Stewart.
I'm just rooting for Ohio because I like action. This punt returner is going to give me a heart attack.
Yeah, he did bobble it, but if he didn't grab that, that's probably another 10 yards.
Look at the great hands here from Sam Wiglet.
Little bobble, though, Jake. Big drive. Wyoming's got to get their offense the ball back. You got a feeling right now they're struggling on offense. How many points can they score?
And this is what I said at halftime. Ohio kind of leaning on them, death by 1,000 paper cuts with their run game. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing.
Big drive here.
All right, approaching the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Ohio up by 1 with the football. The handoff to last drive's hero, C.A. Bangura, picks up a couple. And we want to welcome you back to the broadcast booth. Let's revisit today's game time trivia question. Name the highest drafted quarterback from both the MAC and Mountain West conferences since 2000. Final guesses before we reveal.
I said Carr and Roethlisberger.
I'm going to go, I give up.
All right, Big Cat, you're wrong. It is, drum roll please, Byron Leftwich out of Marshall and Josh Allen joined us in the second quarter.
So they tricked me on that.
My brain froze.
I forgot Byron Leftwich.
Byron
Jaguars.
Leftwich.
But you know, that's a little tricky question there.
Flip to Bangura.
Because Marshall's no longer in the MAC. So that was, I tip my hat.
Late flag.
That looks like it's on number 72 by the reaction of Wyoming. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought, is that a personal foul? I didn't see what happened. I'm guessing. I'm just going on pure reaction. It almost looked like 72 got his hand caught in the cookie jar, but I didn't see what happened.
Guys, it's been pretty clean football so far today.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense. Number 72. Be half the distance to the goal. Be third down.
Absolute.
So that's the left guard, Kurt Daniker. Let's see what he was flagged for.
He knew he
There
did
it is, the shove.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Can't do it. He knew he turned around, saw the flag.
I think that's ticky-tacky too, though.
No,
if we're being honest, I don't think the ref has to call that.
Yeah, but you can't have it both ways.
But
you can't do that.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree.
Well, I think you got maybe
That's just football.
green-colored binoculars.
Play to the E in the whistle.
By the way, guys, that's Kurt Daniker, who we mentioned. Scott Isford, the offensive coordinator, called him the emotional leader up front, has a big, deep voice, and as you saw earlier, kind of looks like a version of The Undertaker with that long hair.
You know what makes that penalty so killer? It's dead ball.
Well, they got a playoff before the end of the quarter. Harris on third and super long.
And a submit.
Handoff to Nolan McCormick for nothing. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter.
Absolute
Put a pin in that penalty, because that penalty could decide the game. Knowing Wyoming's kicker, like the way this game is gone.
And again, just gigantic how penalties kill drives. A lot of Ohio drives. Wyoming is suffering on third and short, can't pick it up. Ohio drives are killing themselves.
Put your fours up, ladies and gentlemen, and buckle up. It's a 1-point game with 15 minutes to go in regulation. We're going to stick around because the High Noon quarterback challenge.
Can we telestrate that guy's shirt? That shirt right there on the left is electric. The all over Wyoming.
Here's, guys, C.A. Bangura, a third quarter to remember for the freshman.
Yeah, incredible running. You know, that big explosive run that he had is the difference in the game right now. And great blocking up front. I said it, Ohio's running game, they just want to keep pounding and hope it works.
So the High Noon challenge. I gotta be honest, this is a very original idea that I've never seen before.
All right, guys, let's send it to Taylor Luan for the High Noon quarterback challenge.
We are back for the High Noon quarterback challenge. To my left is Jamie Adair, and to my right is Jacob Martin. These two fine gentlemen will be going 30 seconds to put as many footballs in the hole. The winner who puts the most in gets $10,000. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get set, go! That's good, solid start. Solid, up. Keep putting them in there. The boys are motoring. Gotta get some more up on that, Jamie. More up. Where are we at? 4, 5. Come on, go faster. 7, 5. We got 10 seconds on the clock. Jacob is running away.
Shout out,
2 seconds. 1. That's it. That's it. Our winner, Jacob Martin. $10,000. How do you feel?
I feel like I gotta catch a flight in an hour.
He's got to catch a flight. He's got to catch a flight.
That was great. He actually threw it. You don't see that.
Yeah, well, I think there should be rules that you have to throw overhand if you're a male.
Agreed.
Like you got to throw. This
That
guy
was great.
This guy was hucking it.
Yeah, he was very accurate.
Got to catch a flight in an hour. One of the more electric winning speeches of all time. Right up there with Do Believe in Miracles. You're frozen.
I guess. You don't know. I said I did. I'll see you.
There's
Frank the Tank. He was
Looked
shooting some
great.
raw dogging with Jersey Jerry late last night. Excited to see those.
The greatest hat. He's the mayor of Tucson. Whatever city he's in, he's the mayor of. Great job with the flip.
You know, something that's going to be revolutionized. The fourth quarter 4 up, since everybody does it. If everybody does it, nobody does it. You got to come up with something else. I don't know what it is. Maybe the good people of Wyoming will start working on that with me. I will say, Jake, now the sky's starting to turn into something over the Cali.
Oh, look at this. These nachos. Slow-mo. Oh.
Get it in? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like nachos with the fork.
It's clean.
I didn't understand the thing.
No,
the
somebody in our
producer
ear,
just said to me.
somebody had a burrito. I don't even think we know who that person is who had a burrito.
There he is, Frank. Smile for the camera.
All right, here we go, boys. Big punt right here.
You know the sun is setting when Frank's transition lenses change colors.
These games, you always expect some interesting special teams plays. Pretty good punt, fair catch called.
Wieland on their own 42.
All right, so here
we go, folks. Fourth quarter, Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, 1-point game. You couldn't ask for anything more exciting than this. And Wyoming, Dave, you mentioned earlier, they do have the benefit of having that elite kicker in John Hoyland in their back pocket should they need it down the stretch here.
Yeah, full quarter go, so I don't think you're thinking about 3 quite yet. Obviously, good to know you have it. They got to get points on this drive. Have to get points. Starting at the 42, got to get points.
You got to focus on a first down, which they were able to do last drive.
Yeah, they stay away from 3rd and short because you have no clue what you're doing on 3rd and short.
And they got their big boy set in again, 2 tight ends on the left side.
like just solid starting field position. The fake, it's Peasley throwing.
Got him in!
Left side, intercepted! Torrey Cox breaks loose. And a huge momentum-shifting play by the redshirt freshman.
And you saw what Wyoming was trying to do there. They went big set. They tried to fake the run left. And the cornerbacks for Ohio just did not bite, played perfect defense. Bad to be throwing balls as well.
Strong disagree. Guy was wide open. That was a horrible pass.
I don't know.
Dan.
He was right there. The quarterbacks
Throw the
were
ball
there.
to the hash mark and you got him. Come on. That's a horrible
It's a bad pass. You're right. It's a bad pass. I don't hate the play call, though. Take that shot. They were expecting the run. They faked the run.
I love the play call. If you just throw that into the hash, it's an easy reception. This girl is right. She's like, what is that? I could throw that ball better.
It's the high noon first down marker as Ohio has the ball up by a point early in the first quarter. Harris low and caught by Wigless, the Ohio State transfer.
And you know who's off the hook? That offensive lineman for Ohio.
Yeah, that was such a bad pass. You got to run the ball here for Wyoming, I think, when you get it back. But now you got to hold. Now you got to lean on the defense. You got to lean on number 86. Brandon Sider's got to come up, make a play because the offense needs you. They're struggling. They haven't put anything together. And Ohio has had the ball, it feels like the entire half.
That was 7 yards on the first down play.
Not a good pass in the first down, but completed. Come on now.
Harris hands off Bangura. Gets that first down around their own 46-yard line.
Now let's see the clock.
Easton Gibbs a tackle.
That pass is really haunting me from Wyoming.
There's a lot of time left in this quarter, but knowing how both these teams play, it's going to be a clock battle. They're going to run the ball. They're going to bleed the clock. Conservative teams.
Yeah, they took a shot, and it was a good shot. But now, ball 45, total change of momentum quickly.
Harris fakes, throws it deep right side, and it's overthrown, intended for Bostic. Harris was leveled out on that play.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit. He's limping. He took a good shot. Good clean shot.
What'd you see here, Dave, on this hit?
Good clean hit right in the ribs, drove him down. If that's the NFL, that's a 30-yard penalty, but they let him play in college.
That's the big sophomore, Shea Suiau-Noah, second on the team with 67 tackles, providing the pressure.
Interesting by Ohio here. Feels like they're trying to go for a kill shot.
Yeah, throwing the ball. And really, I don't think Wyoming has many answers for that kind of option, read option.
Second down and 10, pistol formation for Harris. A fresh face in the backfield. That's Julian Ross, the sixth-year senior from Kansas City.
That looked like he moved a little early.
And I think he did, Dave.
Called it right, Dave.
Early reps.
Those eyes.
In that game. Dave, you know ball.
Oh, he knows ball.
False start.
These eyes have seen a
Offense.
lot of things.
Number 23, 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
And again, Ohio with the penalties. Drive killers. That's going to suck. You get him for one play and you move a step early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Back to
Ross
the
will
bench
come
to
out,
go.
and the running back carousel moves over to the redshirt freshman Nolan McCormick, number 21, to the left of C.J. Harris.
Interesting. Anything wrong with the starter?
Maybe giving Bangura a little bit of a breather here. Second down and 15.
Season on the line, fourth quarter. I wouldn't be resting him. He's player of the year, freshman player of the year in the MAC. I'd have him out there unless something's wrong with him.
Harris,
Screen.
screen left side. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Pretty well
Miles
defended.
Cross. So third down and 10. Dave, what's the move here? Do you go for that first down, try to pin him because your defense has been lights out? What
No,
would
you got to
do
go
here?
for it. This isn't obvious. You got to throw for the first down. It's a one-point game, so you can't be conservative here. At least I wouldn't be, but you know, I got that gambler's mentality.
Yeah. I mean, spread him out, and maybe C.J. Harris makes a play with his feet.
You got to trust your quarterback. Obviously, you don't want to throw into traffic, make a mistake, but you got to play aggressive here. Crowd's trying to get in it for Wyoming.
C.J. Harris making his third career start. However, he has been with this program since before COVID. So he has those reps, and he is on the ground here. He's got plenty of room. Gets the first down and more, and out of bounds at the 38. Big Cat, you know ball too.
I know ball. I said let him make a play with his feet. That was perfect. Right up the
Jailhouse
middle.
blitz, absolutely no containment. The Red Seas parted there.
A 14-yard gain.
Offensive line had it called out perfectly right before. They knew who was coming, where the pressure was coming from. C.J. Harris doesn't hesitate, just tuck it and go.
You know, I always like aggressive. It's an interesting play call because I don't feel like Ohio's thrown the ball that effectively. So why do you have to bring the entire team?
Yeah.
He's been beating you on your legs.
Harris. Option. Harris throws up the middle. That one's early intercepted by Wyatt Eckler. It looks like the receiver, Bostic, had plenty of room to make the catch, and then we looked and it was overthrown, and Wyatt Eckler can't come up with the pick.
I don't have the information. Is he the guy who dropped the one in the first half?
Yes.
Too? Same guy?
The younger brother of Austin Eckler.
Same guy dropped the last one?
What a
You know what his name earlier.
Do you know what I'm talking about in the first half?
Yes. That was a bad
that was a different
pass.
guy. All
Oh
right.
my God.
Or was it the same guy? Different guy. Nobody in the Wyoming backfield can catch
Stone
it.
hands, bookmark that play, folks.
You have two different perspectives.
If Wyoming can't come back.
Dan's complaining about
Bangura.
overthrown.
It was wide open.
That was but it was a can of
Both
corn
guys
to the
were
guy.
wide open.
Can of corn to the guy who dropped it.
There's your guy, Dave.
This
Brady
guy, Brandon
Siders.
Siders, #1 pick in the NFL draft.
Man, that was
Now we're taking him out. What are we doing?
Wide open pass.
This guy's
Third down and 8.
I want him on the field. This guy's got a motor that don't quit.
A lot of drama.
Ohio probably just outside that field goal range for Vakos, who missed one from 50-plus earlier in the game.
Let's see
What's
if
the
they
play call here?
Bring the heat again like they did on the last 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 with 11:30 to go. Ohio leads by 1.
Show him blitz. I think they'll back out.
Harris facing pressure,
Ball.
and down he goes. Ball is out.
Was that a fumble?
Who has it?
Wyoming has it, but I don't know if it's a pass or a fumble.
No, C.J. Harris
Fourth
held
down.
on to it.
Oh. Fourth down.
That was insane.
It looks like it came out.
I'll tell you what.
Did I get fooled again?
No, he never came out. C.J. Harris, rice bucket. That's grip strength right there, folks. That is
That ball
grip
never came
strength.
out?
No, he had incredible grip.
Oh, it did come
oh,
out. Like
came
up by
out.
Damn.
like a basketball.
It came out.
All right, well, I like to say rice bucket.
Listen, I was ready. And that was a fumble. Oh,
It
he got
absolutely was a
lucky.
fumble.
How lucky did he get that bounced right back? I was ready to walk out of the studio because this is my first broadcast, but I will never be wrong when I yell ball.
And guys,
if I am wrong when I yell ball, I will put the headset down and I'll retire from this game.
C.J. Harris took a beating on that drive.
Who else but Easton Gibbs to make that sack? The captain and All-Mountain West Conference first teamer.
Huge
This
hold.
has been a lot of fun. Ohio by 1, 10:31 remaining in regulation. Don't go anywhere.
Football season, that means high noon season. Time to rank the original.
Call 800-309-ERC or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com now to learn more. And download the Game Time app to create an account and redeem code AZBOWL22 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
We
just figured out, Jake, while we're gone, there was a Poke fan yelling, "Let's go Pokes, let's go Pokes." It's Colorado State.
Colorado State, they play for a boot.
All right, so the defenses have reigned supreme so far. Ohio's defensive front making plays earlier.
I got to tell you right now, the way the defenses are playing, I don't think Wyoming has, what, 1 first down in the second half? The fact that they could go 90 yards right now doesn't make me feel good. I don't know how you can trust the quarterback throwing the ball. He hasn't been accurate in the second half. They got to run it. Can you run it for 90? I don't know, Jake.
Yeah, the last offensive drive ended in an interception thrown by Peasley. This first one goes right into that brick wall of the defensive front by Ohio. A couple of Bobcats causing the loss of 1, including Bryce Dugan.
Yeah, they're kind of running out of options here on offense. 10 minutes left in the game. You got a quarterback who's been a little inaccurate, and you haven't been able to run in obvious running downs.
Denzel Daxton in on that as well.
Now's the time you got to draw up something, your best play, your jet sweep, something to change it up, because the run, and then pass with the quarterback who hasn't been able to find anyone.
Yeah,
Not
or
working.
trick plays anything.
Under 10 to go.
Got to get it out of the shadow of your end zone.
The fake on the option, and down goes Peasley.
And this is going to be a very tough down and distance for Wyoming.
Now here's something that I firmly believe in these situations. It's not looking good. It's 3rd and, 15 from your own end zone. Most coaches will run the ball and be conservative. I say throw a Hail Mary, and if it gets picked, it gets picked. It's like a punt.
Maybe a Joe Flacco.
The true freshman, Donovan Williams.
Throw someone and try to get a flag.
Yeah, flag someone. It's just, why do a give up? Yeah, Wyoming only has 11 yards in the first half. That ain't good.
The second half, yeah, and it was all on one play. They got 8 yards on one play.
3rd down and 15.
Looks like they may be doing that unless they don't QB draw.
Peasley in the end zone, caught for a short gain, if that.
Yeah, it gives them a little room for the punt, but yeah, I don't think they trust throwing deep here.
But again, if you throw deep in his arcing pass, a Hail Mary type pass, 4 guys or whatever in the thing, you're not going to give up a return. You just tackle the guy, and it's a punt. There's actually more bad stuff that can happen now on a punt. I never understand that. Just give yourself a shot to get the first down there.
Agreed. And now we have Ohio has significantly outplayed Wyoming, but they haven't, outside of 1 touchdown, they got to try to put this game away.
Ohio's killed themselves with penalties. Wyoming's just been kind of steamrolled.
Clayton Stewart gets a nice boot on that one.
Great punt.
It's deep. Wigless catches it at the 35.
What a punt.
For the fair catch. My goodness, Clayton Stewart averaged just 44 yards per punt, which was 2nd in the Mountain West. That one was 53.
Huge punt when he needed it most.
All right, and now let's throw it to a Hooters sideline interview with Caleb Presley.
You ever touched long hair? Oh, we're going. So listen, we're with Joey Kamasa. It's his first ever football game. He's never been to a football game. What do you think?
This is my first one. I actually thought this was a Super Bowl, and I was waiting for Rihanna to come out. Now I realize it's the Arizona Bowl, and it's even better.
Is this really your first football game?
First football game, and I'm sitting on the field, and there's so much sensory overload. There's so much going on.
And what does that mean?
Well, there was there's fighter jets going on. There's fireworks. I saw a toy pony on the screen on the field. There's a lot of dump trucks on the field. Good eye candy.
What do you think about football? Is it something you would try or you would come back to?
I would definitely come back. Just because it's exciting. The Arizona Bowl's been really, really fascinating. There's a lot going on, and I just love it.
Have you met any interesting people?
I have. I met a few of the Hooters girls. I met a horse named Little Joe.
Sounds like you're making that up.
No, I met a Cowboy Joe. It's a little horse, a baby horse. I met him on the field, and I met Taylor Lewan.
First ever football game. He said he'll come back, but only if it is the Barstool Bowl next year, Arizona Bowl.
Yes, sponsored by the dump truck.
All right. Appreciate it, fellas.
All right, thank you, Caleb and Joey. Go from Caleb Presley on one end of the sidelines. Let's go back down on the field to Roan.
Guys, I'm here with a very special man. It's Frank the Tank, a guy who did today's coin toss. Frank, what went into the coin toss?
Oh, I just wanted to get it up in the air and get as many rotations as possible.
How many do you think it wound up with? How many rotations?
I hope at least 10.
At least 10 rotations. Well, we're also hoping for a good score on a raw dogging. He's about to raw dog and rate this hot dog live. Frank, have at it.
Now, the key is the bun, because stadium dogs are never really good. But this hot dog, the bun is stiff and stale, and well,
Folks, it sounds like that was a strikeout. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you. Another look at Frank the Tank's coin toss. Heads was called, and heads is what it landed on. Frank did a great job.
All right, here we go. Now it's winning time.
Frank munching on that hot dog.
Eight minutes left in the game, 8:20, 1-point game. Ohio ball. You got a feeling next score of this game probably wins if there is one.
Yeah, and Jake, I've been rooting for Ohio all day. Dave's been rooting for Wyoming. Are you feeling like you should be rooting for Ohio because of their journalism school? Peter King, who owes me $14. My good friend John Greenberg.
Ali LaForce, the sideline reporter.
Great journalism
alum
school.
of Ohio as well. But here we go, back on the field. 8:20 to go. Ohio on their own 35, up by a point in the inaugural Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl.
All up for grabs in the next 8.
Harris throws it up the middle, and it's caught at midfield. Miles Cross again at 15.
I respect that from Ohio, not taking their foot off the gas.
I was going to say, as someone who's rooting for Ohio because I love Maction, I'm nervous about the passes.
Ja'Cory Hawkins makes the tackle. And that was a dime from C.J. Harris.
Good throw. You feel like a field goal even would do them a ton of good the way that Wyoming has moved the ball here in the second half, which they got 11 yards if you just joined us in the second half. 11 yards total in the second half.
No rush here for the Bobcats. Harris. Bangura picks up about 3 or 4.
Smashed to the ground.
Shea Suiau-Noah with the tackle.
Look at that view. Look at that view.
Unreal.
Now we have the sunset on the mountain.
That is
Top
the
to bottom.
sunset. A lot of people saying right there that shot is going to win somebody an Emmy or Oscar or whatever they give for this stuff.
Hopefully not All Business Pete.
No, that's beautiful. Beautiful Tucson.
Shout out All Business Pete.
In this game, by the way, all the proceeds go to charity. Every cent that is made goes to local charities in Tucson. Great cause. I don't know if we're the only bowl that does that, but it seems like we are.
No, we're the only bowl that does it.
I love that.
Don't fact check.
Yep.
Under 7 to go. It's
Champions
second and
of small
7.
business.
The fake. Now it's Harris. First down and more. 35. And he gets tackled eventually by Rook Brown.
You know what worried me about that play? If he handed off, he had big yardage. He kept it, he had big yardage.
Yep.
13 yards.
They're leaning on him, and the run game is working real well.
And again, it's not just leaning on them, but if your offense goes 3 and out every single time they have the ball, it's tough to play defense.
And the offensive coordinator, Scott Isfording, totally praised C.J. Harris. When they recruited him, it was obvious. He said he was going to work harder than the next guy. He has waited his time, and it's worked. He's worked his butt off. He is a very dynamic runner as well, as we saw there. This one goes to Bangura.
Nice cut, pick up a 3. Good defense there. They really got to get him off the field. They got to hold him to a field goal attempt. Touchdown to me in this game is basically done.
Easton Gibbs the tackle. 6 minutes to go. So if they were to score a touchdown, guys, that would put them up
still
by
one score
7,
game.
Unless they went for 2.
Yeah,
well, that would be lunacy.
The old Billy football.
Yes.
That would be
Billy
absolute,
football has always said that's the move, and it's not the move.
That would be absolute lunacy.
Here it might be, though. You can make it a 2-possession game.
That would be lunacy.
But knowing how Ohio's defense played, make them score a touchdown and get a 2-point
Exactly.
conversion.
Second down and 7.
In fact, we're even talking about Wyoming scoring a touchdown when they got 11 yards.
Handoff to Bangura inside the 30, and that'll bring up Dave once again one of those 3rd and short scenarios.
Yeah, now Ohio has not struggled with these. It's been Wyoming who struggled with these. And I got to be, from up here, the eye in the sky in the booth, this read option, it really looks like it's there almost every play right now. Whether he gives it or keeps it, it looks like it's an automatic 3 or 5 yards. If they run that twice, I don't know how you stop them. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my vibes.
3rd down and 4.
You got to wonder if this 4-down territory, knowing your kicker.
From the 28. Yeah, Vacos is 1 of 2 today, and we have a timeout by head coach Tim Albin for Ohio.
Didn't like what he saw?
Yeah, and I'm thinking that maybe this is 4-down territory, knowing that Vacos missed so badly.
All right, guys, one quick thought here on the other end. Ohio leads by 1, 5 minutes to go in regulation.
Been a heck of a game so far.
Now to be a beautiful evening here in Tucson, Arizona, and it's turning out to possibly be a beautiful finish here in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. A huge 3rd down for Ohio. The crowd on its feet with 5 minutes to go.
We're into the stage of the game where we're going to have a lot of plays of the game. This is the play of the game, though, up to this point.
It's C.J. Harris, the quarterback, making his 3rd career start in the shotgun with C.A. Bangura, who has the lone touchdown in the second half to his left. Bangura,
4th down.
And I think
he stopped short. Easton Gibbs, who else but the captain?
Kicking unit. Yep. Can he make it?
So they're bringing out the field goal unit and Nathaniel Vakos. He's made one from 43. He's missed one from 53.
A lot of people in Vegas. This obviously affects the line right here.
And
this switches it.
They took down the Stella Blue backing. That hurts.
So right now, Wyoming's covering. If this goes in, it would be a cover at the time for Ohio.
A 45-yarder for Vakos, the freshman.
Nailed it.
And that is a no-doubter. Wow. Ohio currently covering that 2.5-point spread. They lead by 4. Back to a couple of football numbers. 21-17 Ohio with 4:17 remaining in regulation and some breathing room for the Bobcats as the freshman Vakos, a no-doubter, puts his team up by 4. The finish on the other end. Arizona, Ohio now leads by 4 points inside Arizona Stadium in the inaugural Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Jake Marsh, Dave Portnoy, Dan Big Cat Katz here for the finish, folks. Get ready. Dave,
Wyoming.
How do they march down the field and get a touchdown here? Because they haven't shown any signs of life offensively in the second half.
That's an understatement. They got 11 yards total in the second half, I believe. They've been anemic, pathetic on offense. But you know what? I've seen stranger things. It's college football. They got to get in a flow, get a couple first downs, and make something happen.
And it's not just the second half. It's been since the end of the first quarter.
Wyatt Wieland
since
the fair catch.
Since the end of the first quarter, Wyoming has had 8 drives, 6 punts, a 53-yard field goal, and an interception.
Yeah, so they had the great first drive, and then obviously they benefited from the muff punt. But yeah, they right now have nothing going for them offensively.
And this is not how Wyoming is built. Shout out my guy Tailgate 10 who helped me out with some of the stats.
We have a new T guy here, guys. Did Jerry lose his job?
No, this is the Ohio guy.
Oh yeah, Jerry's
the Ohio guy.
Yeah.
Wyoming is 111th in passing down. So when you know they're going to pass, they have struggled all season long, and they know they're going to pass.
All right, it's the high noon first down marker. This first play, they do pass. It's Wieland.
You know, and it almost...
Big tackle there, 11 on 11 crime there. That was Tariq Drake.
Good first down play, even though it hasn't helped because they've struggled in short yardage. But you do get the sense that Ohio at some point were like, why are we playing off these wide receivers? They can't beat us deep. And the field's just in a bottle.
And when they do beat us deep, the quarterback can't get it to it.
But who knows? All it takes is
5.
one
They
drive.
need to go 70 yards. Under 4 minutes, they do have 3 timeouts.
Plenty of time. Time not an
Beasley
issue.
has time up the middle, and there's a late flag.
It's a terrible call.
Alex Brown, the intended receiver. A late call.
Oh my gosh, was this bad. It was a
by the
poorly
field
thrown
judge,
ball.
Grant Jackson.
A poorly thrown ball that had no chance of getting there.
Pass interference.
Maybe he held him a little.
Defense.
Did he hold him?
Oh, Dan, that's a vicious hold.
I'm biased.
Parodi.
I'm biased.
That's Roman Parodi out of Fort Lauderdale.
All the people in Wyoming, if you want Dan's address, text me after the game.
Man.
That was as blatant textbook pass interference as you're ever going to see.
That was, you got to let the boys play.
Good
Guys,
call by the ref.
That moves the ball all the way towards midfield.
Yeah, that's where that field goal is so big. Although, you got all your timeouts. So we'll see what happens. Nothing's off the table because I think you need defense, but that's a big play. There's the first down. Get the momentum. Watch out!
Peasley feeling pressure, throws it up the middle, and it's caught for a first down.
And that penalty is going to be
Drayton Welch.
Because now Wyoming feels like they have a little rhythm.
Get a little pace.
For the first time all half, they're on the other side of the field.
Good throw from the quarterback. He's played a great game, like I've said.
Shane Bonner, look how close he was.
Yeah, I wish they weren't huddling. I feel like you get a couple first downs, maybe go with pace, you get them on your heels. but I'm not a coach. I'm just in the booth.
Peasley looking like Mahomes, a 13-yard gain on the 42 with 3 minutes to go. Wyoming needs a touchdown.
Get the feeling this drive
Peasley
is
settles at midfield, throws it deep. This one's hauled in. Drayton Welch.
It was all that penalty that they shouldn't have called.
First and goal, no, ball there, so you can get a first down. Ball is at 11. He dropped that one in the bucket. What a great pass. He actually had a guy wide open in the flats over to him. What a perfect pass that is. Where's that guy been all day, folks? What a great throw.
I'm no longer enjoying this game.
No,
31 yards.
This is passion. This is
from
football.
captain to captain.
Tucson, America.
And it's Omega red zone time with 2.5 to go.
All comes down to this first ever Arizona Bowl. Nobody will ever be the first Arizona Bowl winner ever.
Couldn't ask for a better finish than this. Peasley, left side, Welch again. Ooh. Incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
Maybe thought we could have.
Roman Parodi, who was called for that PI. These guys going to battle here in this crucial drive.
Come on, Dave.
No, let the boys play, but
that's good.
Good D.
That's
good D. Great play.
Just like the other play that he got flagged.
That was
Look out, this is coming right in your kitchen.
That's what they scored with on the first time. That's the play other side of the end zone, though. 2nd and 10.
Ohio gets a little breather here because that was bang, bang, bang right down the field.
All right. 11 yards away from taking the lead. Vaughn in the backfield. It's Peasley.
Oh,
and we have movement.
Oh, he hit him in the knees. Now, it was on us. It's a false start.
Us?
What? Who said that? I thought the defensive guy actually moved first.
False start. Offense, number 28.
He gave him a little shoot.
That's the running back, Jordan Vaughn. Guys, that's the second time today we've seen a running back have a false start. Kind of rare to see that on both sides.
It looked like Ohio went and caused them. No.
But again, that's one of the biggest storylines entering this game. All of the active running backs for Wyoming, if you're just joining us, none of them before today have taken a snap at running back. So you have that inexperience and it backfires there for the loss of 5.
It's a big penalty, no doubt. It's a big penalty, no doubt.
2nd down and 15.
Not as big as that pass.
Ball on the 16. It's Peasley to the right side. It's caught at the 5. Ryan Marcus brings down 3rd and medium.
They can get a first down. But
yeah, at the 1 they can get a first down.
A gain of 11.
It's a good play.
Blauser.
Nice move, makes it manageable.
Tackle.
Timeout. Timeout, Ohio.
Timeout, Ohio. Spider wearing the hat cam. It's acting as our pylon cam. Could come down to that. Could you imagine the officials having a review based on the hat cam?
Yeah, I don't know if they have Spider's cam.
Well, we'll get it to them depending on what we need.
Well, if we don't need it, we won't use it.
Could you imagine Spider wearing a hat could be deciding this game?
A lot of people probably don't know Barstool. That Spider works for us.
Yep.
He got a job because he was just carrying water back and forth in the office. Pick it up, move it one spot, pick it up, move it somewhere else. We just thought he was being busy.
And I'll say it, Spider, I would say top 5 most indispensable Barstool employees.
Oh, yeah. Jack of all trades.
Yep. All right, guys, so it's 3rd and 4. You'd assume it's 4-down territory.
Yep. Definitely 4-down territory now.
The passing game has kind of had some success here. Do you stick with that on 3rd and 4, or knowing you might have 2 plays, do you run it here?
To be honestly, they've had no success on these situations. 3rd and 4, I have no idea. What I would throw
14 on 3rd down.
I would maybe do a quick screen to the outside, try to block. I would, but they haven't converted the short ones.
Right.
I would throw it twice.
And they are playing off the receiver, the slot receiver there. That looks like it could be open for that quick screen.
It is 3rd and 4 from the 5. As Big Cat mentioned, they can get the first. It's a handoff.
Touchdown.
Jordan Vaughn in the end zone for the 2nd time today. And Wyoming takes the lead, and the overhits.
I don't think you were that excited for Ohio's scores, Jake.
Let me tell you something.
I don't think you were even close to that excited for the Ohio
great
scores.
state of Wyoming. They're Cowboys. They're tough men. They play in the cold. They follow their team. They have guts. They have courage. And I salute them and will salute them. That drive came out of nowhere.
Well,
11 yards, the entire second half.
It came out of pass interference.
Well, the guy mugged them.
I don't know. They've been called
the guy mugged them.
Extra point good from Hoyland, and it's a 3-point game. 2:08 remaining.
Still
1 timeout for Ohio.
Still a ton of time. Why Ohio took that
penalty that they may want
Guys,
that timeout back.
let's look at this drive. So Big Cat mentioned the penalty.
Well, it's a
This
brutally mugged him. That's jail.
extended the drive.
He's complaining you're in jail half the states.
That's not jail.
That's mug.
That's called football, Dave.
Great pass there by
Couple
the
of nice
quarterback.
catches by the tight end, Trayton Welch.
This quarterback right there, you'll never see a better pass. That guy can play. This guy, he's been horrible the entire second half, except when it mattered. Those are the guys I like to play for me. Well, here's Cowboy Joe. I want to pet the crap out of Cowboy Joe. I want to take Cowboy Joe and feed him treats and pet that mane. I'm a Wyoming man right now. A lot of football to go, though.
A lot of football to go, and I'm just going to say, I hope Jake has that same enthusiasm if Ohio's able to drive the field here.
That guy who just...
I'm down the middle, Big Cat.
That was not that exciting. It was like a 4-yard touchdown. And
The drive, the moment.
The drive was a pass
This is
interference
the inaugural
drive.
Barstool Arizona Bowl. Gotta get excited for that.
That drive, if it holds, will go down in the pantheon of Arizona Bowl legend.
Here we go.
A lot of football left, though.
Wilburn back to receive. And he'll take it out from the 1. On the right side. Puts the brakes on and down at the 15.
They're swarming. The Pokes are swarming.
All because of that pass interference.
All right, folks, so it comes down to this. C.J. Harris, the redshirt sophomore. 1 timeout, 2:03 to go. They need just a field goal to force overtime. Remember, Vakos has made 2 of 3. He's made 2 40-plus. He's missed 1 from 50-plus.
The eyes of the college football world all on this game. Barstool TV, there's nothing else on. This is history, literally. The Pokes crowd trying to make noise. Wyoming crowd, they traveled in big numbers.
Line of scrimmage at the 17. It's Harris. Good protection. Checks it down to Bangura. He's tackled after about a gain of 4.
Listen, the clock is going to start to be a factor here.
Oh, yeah.
In Ohio, burned that timeout for seemingly no reason.
Yeah,
Ron
we have
Harrell with the tackle.
And whoever did the graphics, the Bobcats whiskers are covering up that 3rd timeout that they also burned. They got 1 left.
You can see C.J. Harris can be a threat on the ground as well. Harris, right side, caught and out of bounds near the first down marker. That's the tight end, Will Kazmarek.
Did he get that first? Are they moving the chains?
It's close.
This is intense. Shout out all the people watching in Laramie and Athens. They probably think that Dave went to Wyoming and I went to Ohio.
I'm just calling it as I see it.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and 1. Bangura's in the backfield. He has 127 yards on the ground. Do they go to him to try to move the chains?
You think, yes.
Crowd on its feet. Harris keeps it, throws it, and it is caught by Bangura.
Gotta get on the line, gotta get on the line.
Suiau Noah with the tackle.
Very nice catch. Ball was slightly behind him.
Fresh set of downs, and we have some whistles.
Man down, number 5,
Injury
cornerback.
timeout. Yeah.
So that's Deron Harrell for Wyoming.
maybe.
Another look here. 3rd and 1.
Nice catch.
The screen to Bangura.
Listen, I hope number 5 is okay, but feels like maybe when, you know, the Bills, with Jim Kelly and the Bills, and maybe
give me a
take
break.
knee, we'll start running some tempo.
That helped them. That's a free timeout.
Okay.
I was going to say the opposite. You got to wheel that guy off the field. Gives him a free timeout.
Little momentum.
I think he got hurt the play before, but also knew he got hurt on the run play. It looked like he got banged up. Situational awareness. I may be giving him too much credit. He knew they didn't want to stop the clock, I think.
All right, guys, so if we want to rewind a little bit, on Ohio's first touchdown, they faked the extra point, got the 2-point conversion, and led 8-7. That changes the scenario here. If they kick the extra point, it's 24-20, and they need a touchdown. Not the case here, though, Dave, because of this play earlier on.
Yeah, that's a huge point. But also, I am one of those people who don't think you can necessarily, because you don't know what would happen after.
Yeah, right.
Necessarily.
It's sliding doors.
Yes.
Sliding doors. Butterfly effect.
But that's something to look back on. The Wyoming crowd.
They're getting into it.
Yep. Remember, it's about a 12 to 14-hour drive from Laramie, Wyoming, here to Tucson, a.k.a. Laradice. And
I got to get to Laradice.
Yeah.
Preferably in the summer. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Coming up after the game, we'll have the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl trophy presentation brought to you by Hooters. So it's 1st and 10 from Ohio's own 34-yard line. One timeout for the Bobcats. They need a field goal to tie, a touchdown to take the lead. Harris with Bangura in the backfield. Harris keeps it, facing pressure, avoids it, and nearly completes it.
Wow, if he gets sacked, that's it. You may burn another timeout. If not, you're 45 seconds. I don't know how he didn't get him.
Jordan Berthinoli.
The half step up saves him there.
Saves him probably the game. Because you either have to burn your timeout or you lose 30 seconds. In these situations, a sack is the most killer thing there is.
That was it tight end Alec Burton intended.
Great play by the quarterback just to avoid the sack. Really a game-saving play. Wyoming still bringing heat. Crowd on their feet. Now they drop back.
Oh, no! Avoids it, caught by the tight end Burton.
That's no different than a
Picks up
sack.
a little bit, and the clock is running. Remember, you have that one timeout. Dave, when would you use it?
I would use it now.
Yeah, right now.
They are not.
Nope. That was no different than a sack because the clock runs, you get a couple yards.
Sack takes longer to get the ball. They actually got to the line pretty quick here.
3rd down and 9, 4-down territory here from Tucson. Harris throws it. It's caught at the 40-yard line. Alec Burton, back-to-back catches.
What a play by C.J. Harris. He's been getting killed this second half. He finds him, throws a seed down the seam there to this guy.
A gain of 24.
What is this? Why is
Under
no
40 to go. Harris throwing deep. Incomplete.
Oh, a flag.
No,
That was a flag.
Ohio bench.
Nobody likes beggars.
If the other side was a flag, that was a flag.
Nobody likes beggars. You guys are begging. That was clean football.
No. Look, he grabs him.
Not
He
clean.
grabs him. He grabs him.
Clean.
Wyatt Eckler.
Clean.
With the coverage.
One-sided call right there.
What are you talking about?
Unreal.
That was
That's
clean.
a flag.
If anything, that was offensive.
If I had a flag in my back pocket, I'd throw it on the field from up here.
Ohio still has that one timeout. They're on the edge of the field goal range for Vacos.
What is that?
And we have a timeout by Wyoming. That's their first.
Yeah, they probably are going to Craig Bull. If I know him, he's going to sit down and be like, listen, guys, that was pass interference. Don't do that again.
No, that was not pass interference. And I'm not just saying that because I love the good people of Laramie. That was not. If anything, it was hand fighting. It looked like Ohio, although they're booing on Ohio. Let's see the play again.
So that's Eckler on the coverage.
And he puts his hand
right
over.
there.
His hand
right
is
there.
No.
Right there.
No,
and he twists his helmet too. That should have been 30 yards.
No.
Unbelievable.
Look, another angle.
All right, grabs him.
No, he grabbed
space.
him.
He has
Eight
the
grabs
space.
him, Dan.
He has the space.
Dan, puts his hands on
That
him.
was no different than the other flag.
This is just hand check.
Oh,
hand
right
fight,
there.
Hand
Right
fight,
there.
Hand
He's
check.
grabbing him. Right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh my goodness.
I don't see anything.
34 seconds remaining in regulation. Wyoming by 3, Ohio driving. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast booth. Guys,
I'm chewing on a straw. I'm chewing on a straw.
Let the boys play.
You couldn't have wanted anything better than this.
It's the
Second
Arizona
down
ball.
and 10 from the 40. Right now it would be about a 57, 58-yarder. Vacos' longest this season is 55. One timeout for the Bobcats. Harris sits back, throws it deep. It is incomplete.
Was it dropped?
It was right in
Wigless
his
had it.
Knocked down, almost picked.
It would have been a touchdown most likely.
Was it knocked away or did he drop it? They're showing 42 like he knocked it away.
Isaac White. Did he get a hand on it?
Yes. Great play.
Great play by the cornerback.
It looks like he bobbled it, but that was superb defense.
No, that was an easy touchdown, a great pass, and he just made a great play at the end.
D.
All right, 3rd and 10. Ohio still has that one timeout with 28 to go.
They are taking shots.
And now they got to think field goal.
Still would be a deep field goal.
Well, it's going to be four.
Harris
No, they don't get it.
up the middle.
Oh, that
and
ain't
it is denied.
Thank you.
Another flag.
Thank you.
That ref
Oh
is in
my
a different
goodness.
country.
Thank you. That was a flag.
That ref threw that flag from I don't even know where.
Phoenix.
No, not Phoenix. He was in Canada.
Wow.
The most crucial call of the game so far coming up here from our referee, Jeremy Parker.
Pass interference. Defense.
Great call. That's a great call.
I hate it.
That's a great call.
Is that a makeup call from earlier,
I
guys?
don't care. I don't care. If you want to call it a makeup call, that's fine.
Let me see this.
Easton Gibbs was on the coverage.
Grabs him, holding him.
Oh, get out of
over
here.
him.
That's a great play.
He's got him underneath his arm.
We signed up for a ticket to the ref show tonight.
24 seconds
tell me
left.
about it, Davey boy.
We're going to let the refs
They're
decide
on
the
the
first ever
32.
Arizona
It
Bowl
will be
game.
around 50 yards for this kick.
This guy keeps taking shots at the
Fresh
end zone.
set
It's
of
gonna be a heart
downs.
attack.
Uh-oh.
Screen.
Good D. Oh, that could
A
have been
few yards to Jacoby Jones.
So now you kick a field goal?
And do they just call timeout and kick the field goal here? It looks like that's going to be the case.
Kick the field goal for the tie. There's 8-7.
Oh, now there's a timeout with 8.
Yeah, so it's field goal.
All right,
Yep.
that pass right there, that could have been more yards.
Ohio, third and final timeout.
Wyoming does have 2. We could see an icing opportunity here.
C.J. Harris throws that a little high.
I like having it now. Again, I'm unbiased right now.
I am as well.
But I do like having that ball in the hash mark and not in the middle of the field. Just hypothetically, if I didn't want him to kick it in. What a
ball
game.
is currently at the 28. It'll be about a 45-yarder.
I don't think he has
for
it in him.
Nathaniel
This
Vasos.
guy's ice water.
This guy's ice water.
I'm telling you right now, I'm reading body language. I think they're gonna miss.
Guys, Vacos is 2 of 3 today.
I
His
love
make from
Vacos.
43 and 45. His miss from 53. This is
Oh,
going to be a
everybody misses.
45-yarder.
This is money in the
to
bank.
tie the game.
Money in the bank.
With 8 seconds left in regulation.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank. We go to
Remember,
overtime.
Wyoming has 2 timeouts.
He's standing next to the ref.
It's
only
the freshman,
fitting. The first ever
Nathaniel
Arizona Bowl went to
Vacos.
overtime.
A chance.
He's calling the timeout.
It's only fitting the
To
first
tie.
Arizona Bowl goes to overtime.
Timeout.
What was that?
And there is the timeout, and he missed it to the right.
God damn it.
Told you he was.
Oh, now you'll never miss 2 in a row, Dan.
No, you always miss 2 in a row.
No, you
Second
don't.
charge,
No,
timeout.
you don't.
30
We just
seconds.
gave
And
him a. God damn, we just gave him a layup. I don't like the icing because he knows you're gonna ice him. Fake ice him. Fake. Do the fake. Like if you're forming a T in the booth, I'm like, fake it. Don't do it. He looks, bang, he misses.
You hope that Vacos has it in him because Morton Anderson, Hall of Fame kicker, once said you can't ice ice. So hopefully he's got that ice in his
Well,
hands.
now, this is like a golf shot. I'd be on the PGA
Oh,
Tour
no,
if I could have
Dave.
2 shots every hole.
Listen.
Hey,
It's in his head now because now you still got
In
the
his
other
head?
timeout. No, it is. He's in his own head. Pretty bad.
Before today's game, from the 40 to 49 range, Vacos was just 1 of 3 on the season.
Are you reverse
Today he's 2 for 2.
Well, no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the leg. I'm
This
sorry.
guy is money in the bank.
A 45-yard kick
How many times are you
from
going to do it?
Nathaniel Vacos
You take a chip.
to tie the game in the final seconds here from Tucson.
Money in the bank. Overtime. Bad snap. Hit it.
And that one is straight through.
What a
We're
kick.
tied at 24 with 4 seconds left.
Maybe the greatest kick in Arizona Bowl history. Absolute money. Ice in his veins. We might have some free football, folks.
This is amazing.
What a kick.
Dave,
I'll tell you
silent
what, you know
here
what?
in the booth.
And I want to apologize to Dave. He was right. The second kick, you're going to make it. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Come on now. We can't be icing a guy and then he hits it. I mean, I'm unbiased, clearly, but...
Same.
By the way, that wasn't a great snap.
It wasn't the cleanest snap. I was going to say that. That's Jonah Wieland. And Tim Albin, a big exhale. This game is even. 24-24 with 4 seconds left. Craig Bull.
It's only natural the first ever Arizona Bowl heads to overtime.
That is most likely going to be the case.
Now, do you think the coach is like, well, that timeout cost us the game? Or that's just cost of doing business?
Yeah. Cost of doing business.
Hit it.
And that one is straight through.
What a
We're
kick.
tied at 24 with 4 seconds left. So the squib falls down, and it will most likely see a kneel down here and head to free football. There's the hero right now, Nathaniel Vacos.
Oh, man, what a game. What a
Getting
game,
the crowd
fellas.
going, rightfully so.
What a game, fellas.
Wait, if we get overtime, does that mean Frank the Tank goes back on the field?
Oh.
I don't think we evaluated that possibility.
Oh, my
They
God.
gotta get him ready.
We got to get him. Someone's got to get in Frank's ear. We got to get him ready.
Frank would have to do the overtime coin toss, right?
Did not even think about that.
Wow. Something to monitor if we go to overtime.
Thank God, just in general gambling terms, this game's already over, so it can't hurt people who bet that total. It's already decided it only will have Wyoming or Ohio, which is both in doubt.
Dave, I don't want to actually you, but, they are going to hand it off.
I don't know why you hand that off.
So,
I've seen
if we
things
go,
happen on handoffs.
Big Cat had this scenario yesterday. If we go to a third overtime, a team can win by 2, and
That's
I believe
true.
the closing line was 2.5.
Yeah, you are correct.
So that could be the case.
I don't see
could have gotten
these
1.5.
being able to score that. Although there was a game like that. There was a game. I love this guy. Telestrate that guy. That guy's a cowboy.
Look at him.
That guy's.
Guys, here comes Frank the Tank.
Oh my God.
He is. He was ready for it. Second coin toss. What a game.
There he is. He's coming out for another.
Frank.
Overtime in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, guys. This is the third overtime in 7 Arizona Bowls. This game knows drama.
Wow.
Unreal. I'd love to.
Look at Frank. He's
love
happy to get another shot.
The Score app, which is a great app to get all scores, they have those chats on the Score app where they try to troll people on what's happening. Imagine the trolling on a game that is only on our network. So people get it.
The Tank comes out.
Nobody knows what's going on. You're getting our calls. Unreal.
Unbiased calls.
So we mentioned this is the third overtime game. The first two came in 2017 and 2018. 2017, New Mexico State 26, Utah State 20. 2018, Nevada 16, Arkansas State 13. It should be noted, Nevada won that game in overtime. They're the only team to win the Arizona Bowl twice, and Wyoming can join them as 2-time winners of the Arizona Bowl if they win this game in overtime.
Just incredible that we get free football for the first ever Barstool Arizona.
What an ending. I mean, we had a very slow, and here's another Cowboy. We are now just finding the Cowboys that are coming out. Very slow third quarter, even quarter and a half, and then fireworks down the stretch. Huge drive from Wyoming, answered a couple huge plays from the quarterback of Ohio, avoiding sacks, keeping plays alive. Cowboy. We're getting Cowboys.
Look at that mustache.
That guy is a cowboy.
Oh, man. Oh,
so here's
looked like
Beasley.
the ref was a little chumpy there with Beasley.
All right, so we have a couple of captains.
Obviously.
Bryce Houston, it was heads
gentlemen,
before the game.
You want to play defense
We have overtime.
here.
In the first overtime, both can go for 1 or 2. It's your option. Second overtime, you have to go for 2. If we go to a third overtime, you both have to go for a 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line. You get 1 timeout per overtime period. Ohio, you get to call the coin toss. What would you like to call?
Tails.
He's called tails, so he's called the 2 heads on the opposite side. Frank the Tank, would you do the honors again for me, sir?
Oh, beautiful flip.
You have won the toss, Ohio. You want to defer. You want to go on defense.
Defense first.
All right.
All right, so it is tails.
That's bad.
And Wyoming will start with the football.
And that's a huge advantage in the
All right.
format of
Ohio
college football.
has won the toss and elected to go into defense. Wyoming, be playing on that end.
Obviously, the reason for that is going second, you know what you have to get. If you hold them for a field goal, you can field goal, touchdown. So huge advantage. Then they switch back. I also do think in a bowl situation, at any time, we're capable for a team going for 2 to end it.
Right, so the first overtime, you can kick the extra point. The second overtime, you have to go for 2. The third overtime is a 2-point conversion off.
Correct, but I could even see one of these teams going for 2 right off the bat. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's possible.
So I'd welcome it. I'd relish it. I think that's how the game should end. If Wyoming is lucky enough to score a touchdown and Ohio answered, they should go for 2 out of dignity, integrity, and the honor of this Arizona Bowl.
So you see the full list of rules. 1 timeout per overtime per team. First overtime, if you score a touchdown, you can kick the PAT. The second overtime, you have to go for 2. The third overtime, it's just a 2-point conversion off, kind of like penalty kicks we saw in the World Cup.
And here we go. Only fitting. Only fitting. Arizona Bowl overtime.
So Wyoming starts with the football.
They had some success through the air.
Peasley sits back, throws it to the right side. It is caught near the first down marker by Marcus.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a heart palpitation that I thought that was a pick six.
That hung up there for a while.
Serious arm strength, though, to get to that side of the field. But
a gain of 13.
I thought maybe this was going the other way for a second. Nice catch, good first play.
Ball now at the 12.
It's a good spot to be, too, because, again, first down near the goal line.
And Vaughn's in the backfield now.
Keep throwing.
Wyoming, remember, before this game, he had not taken one carry in his collegiate career. A fake. Peasley rolls right, incomplete.
Great
off
defense.
his chest, or is that better defense?
That was great defense.
Great defense.
Roman Perotti.
Ball ricocheted into like the third row, so I'm not exactly sure what it hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
great
a hole.
defense.
That's a helmet.
Great defense.
That's a
Like
hold.
I said, great defense.
Listen, you know I'm unbiased. I don't mind them not calling that. It was a hold, but it wasn't as blatant that you need it.
It's 2nd and 10 from the 12.
They're going to try to run here.
No, they're not.
Peasley on the keeper, and he is taken down in the backfield.
Huge play coming up.
This is why going first is such a disadvantage, because if you don't get it, you kick free.
Cannon Blauser.
And then the other team, Ohio, knows what they got. Touchdown ends it.
And keep in mind, Key Thompson is injured, one of the best defensive players in the MAC. So Cannon Blauser is a guy who head coach Tim Albin has counted on to step up. He does so there, forcing 3rd and 10.
Yeah, if you got any trick plays, anything in the arsenal, now's the time to use it. They have around this area like to go to number 81, the tight end, on muscle, just trying to out-muscle.
They can get a first down, but there's not much room to work with. Peasley on 3rd and 10.
Nice move.
Faces pressure, avoids it. Still alive on the 15, and he goes out of bounds. It's 4th down.
Great job by drawing up the blitz there, get him moving. I mean, great job to not get sacked by Peasley, but cut the field in half with that blitz. Not a lot of options.
No.
So it looks to be field goal time.
And
for John Hoyland.
This guy is as money gets.
Oh, Dan, that's low, man.
No, I mean, he is.
Hoyland's one kick Monday is good for 53 yards at the end of the first half. This one's from 28. The all-Mountain West first teamer is good.
Dan's a real loser to try to jinx him right there.
That wasn't a jinx.
Don't
I'm
beg
unbiased.
for 29.
I'm unbiased.
Don't beg for 29. You're in perfect shape. The game's over. You're gonna score a touchdown. Game's over.
All right, guys. So we mentioned earlier in the broadcast that these two teams have met twice before, and in both of those games, it was a 1-point game. So we said, be warned, we might get a close one today, and we will.
I'd say we have. Yes, we're in overtime.
Yep.
All the people on the score right now who are listening, watching this, just start tweeting, game over, Ohio touchdown.
No,
because
don't
it's gonna
do that.
happen.
Elio's probably already doing that.
You can be a thought leader and beat us. It hasn't happened, but everyone who knows football knows they're about to. That's the way they get the late game time field goal, hold them to 3, and now they're gonna go in and probably be 2 plays.
All right, so a touchdown wins it for Ohio. A stop wins it for Wyoming. A field goal forces double overtime. C.J. Harris and the Ohio offense on the field. 1st and 10 from the 25. Harris fakes the handoff, pitches it back. It's Bangura on the near the 15 and near the first down marker.
They're calling him out early. They're calling him out early. It looked like
second and short.
It looked like he got the first, but he might have stepped out.
You're almost better off being second in inches.
I used to do that. I used to do that in Madden. Just run out right before and then take a shot.
That's Wyatt Eckler down right now. It looks like he lost his cleat.
Blew a tire. There was nobody there on that option. Just absolutely went short side option. Pretty good play call.
And I think if he pitched it a little earlier, he might have even gotten more.
Look at C.A. Bangura's stat line. 136 yards and a touchdown. This is his 4th game of at least 100 rushing yards.
What a game, fellas.
Great game. Congratulations to Ohio.
No. It's Maction still.
2nd down and 1 from the 16. Again, a touchdown ends the game. Bangura in the backfield.
Should take a shot here, right? 2nd in inches.
Right side. Looks like he got the first down, a few more yards, so a fresh set for the Bobcats. Ball will be placed at the 12.
I wouldn't mind running that option play again as an unbiased observer.
Yeah, my heart is in my feet. My heart is
The
in
high
my
noon
feet.
first down marker. Again, a touchdown ends it.
Need a good positive play on defense here. Put him behind the chains, unbiased.
There's the blitz coming.
Harris. Bangura.
2.
Pushing forward. Picks up a couple, and they're inside the 10.
Maybe a little more than 2.
Yeah.
There's your guy, Braden Siders, at the tackle, Dave.
Yeah, I have him number 1 on my NFL draft board.
He is a redshirt freshman, so a few more years. 2025, there's
Correct.
the call.
I wasn't overly familiar with his game till today, but he's impressed me.
Like that shot quote, right? I apologize, I wasn't familiar with your game.
Yeah,
What is the Ohio coach mad about on the sidelines? He's saying something to the ref.
2nd and 7 from the 9.
Come on now.
Ohio doesn't feel like they got everything lined up correctly. A little confusion from the tight end.
Remember, each team does have a timeout.
This is going to be a false
Is Alba going to call is no. A handoff to Bangura, and they get nothing.
That is
Braden Siders.
Cowardly football.
So here we go. 3rd down. They can get a first down, I believe.
About 2 yards to work with.
Yep. So if you stop them, you got to...
Injury timeout.
Injury timeout. You got to assume if they stop them here, we head to a second overtime.
Yep.
If they get a first down, you got to assume they're going to win the game because it's either a touchdown or inside the 2. So this is the play of the game.
This is Jordan Bertinoli, who is down right now. He actually missed the last 2 games with an injury, but defensive coordinator Jay Sauvel said they were very excited to get him back for this bowl game. Guys, you couldn't have asked for a better football game.
Oh, it's a great
obviously,
game.
it was going to be an overtime classic thriller.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what we got.
Yeah, you know, it's been a great game. I mean, this play will decide how great of a game it's been.
Both teams landed on the line, both making big plays when they have to. And this play will decide whether we play on or the first ever bowl. And
they're fighting for that.
Yeah,
Wow.
a lot of people say it's one of the uglier bowls of bowl season.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
It is a custom-made blown glass from a local artist, so I say it's beautiful. Almost looks like honey.
Yeah.
The sweet honey nectar of victory.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8 for Ohio. A touchdown wins it.
And if they get a first down, it'll be first and goal from inside the 3. So you got to figure this is the play of the game.
Here we go. C.J. Harris with Bangura next to him in the backfield.
Crowd making noise for Wyoming.
It's Harris. Sits back, fakes, throws, it's caught! Touchdown! Tyler Foster wins the Arizona Bowl for Ohio!
The greatest touchdown pass ever thrown in college football history. You just witnessed it, folks. The Ohio Bobcats. What a game. Dave?
Good game. It was a great game. Great game. That was a great play to end it. You have to tip your cap. Great catch. I thought that play was covered. Little pump fake from the quarterback. Ohio made, I guess, the plays they had to make at the end. The field goal, even though we iced them when he missed it, gave him a second shot. I'm watching this on the Jumbotron. Great throw, great catch.
Guys, what if I told you
I'm sad like her.
that was Tyler Foster's first catch of the game?
I would say I can't believe it, Jake. And what a time to make that catch. Sorry I said something on your game-winning call there. I was just very excited. I was very excited.
No worries. That was
action, baby.
Insane.
Now, we've called a couple games. We did the college basketball, Dave. You said that I was stupid to go against Maction. It's Maction, baby. Look at that. Oh, that's a
Go
catch
to the
in
NFL too.
Oh, that's a catch in the NFL, the CFL, wherever you want that catch to count. It counts. What a game.
What a game.
What a game.
I don't have much to say. I feel like Harry Houdini died because he got sucker punched in the gut. I feel how Harry Houdini died right now. Even though it was a great game and I enjoyed watching it, it's the Arizona Bowl, and I'm glad for Ohio. I like Ohio people.
Maction.
I love Maction. I got caught up in Cowboy Mania and the Pokes, but wasn't meant to be. It's crazy. This is a game of inches. If you don't ice the kicker, right now we're doing a Gatorade bath for Wyoming. Instead, it's all Ohio, so congrats. Noise for Wyoming.
It's Harris. Sits back, fakes, throws, it's caught! Touchdown! Tyler Foster wins the Arizona Bowl for Ohio!
And I'm unbiased. I just love football.
I love football too. I was just sad we won't get more free football.
just love
If you
football.
like football, you want to see more football.
Listen, that's a fair point. I just love big football players.
Yeah,
That's really all it
I
comes
didn't
down
want
to.
this game to end. I just wanted it to keep going and going.
Forever.
See, I just like football.
I love football.
Tyler Foster.
I'm like
Happiness on one end, sadness on the other.
Yeah. Yeah, they're crying. I'm crying.
Final
We're all
games
crying.
of some of these guys' careers.
They have nothing to hang their heads about. They played a great game. It was really back and forth. You get the feeling if these guys played 100 times, they'd be within 3 points of each other for 1,000 quarters.
Yep.
Two very evenly
I mean,
matched.
think of this, Dave. We saw that graphic earlier. 3 games in their history, 5 combined points.
And
1-1-3.
Just to show how unbiased I am, just from Twitter, Harambe Bengal just tweeted me, outsider perspective, that was the greatest throw and catch in college football history. I have to agree.
Look at the pageantry, the emotion of these guys.
I mean, this is they pour it out. It was a fun week. I think both teams were really happy to be here. God, I had a great time.
It's a great game, great show. I
might rewatch that overtime.
I was told we had over 100,000 people watching at the end of it live together, concurrence. So thank you for everybody who tuned in. And you know, one of the things about the Barstool broadcast with these games, these guys laid out, gave us a great game. Can't have a better game, overtime. And I think you see the passion in the booth. Like, I mean, my neck hurts. I feel like I've been sucker punched because I fell in love with the people of Wyoming.
I feel so good I could call another game right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This time next year.
Yeah.
That was a great game. Great
game. Instant classic.
Yep.
I'd probably rewatch it. That's how classic it was. At least that overtime.
Happy campers for Ohio. They'll be bringing back a trophy to Athens.
I hope those guys know that, I had their back. I just unbiased, but I love Maction. I had their back.
There's the hero, Tyler Foster, a redshirt junior from Pickerington, Ohio.
And Jake, you said that was his first catch of the game?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
His first target as well.
Oh
First
my
time we
God.
said his name.
Wow. Big time players make big time plays.
And there's the
big-time
kicker.
moments.
They're showing the kicker who had the
Yeah,
clutch kick.
Baco's forced overtime.
Yeah. They made all the big plays at the very end when they had to.
Here's another look at the game-winning play. C.J. Harris, Tyler Foster. Good night.
I mean, again, they say that fade kind of route is undefensible if it's thrown perfectly. That ball was thrown perfectly and a great catch. Too big for him. Game over. Heart's broken to Laramie.
And you got to think back, Dave, to Craig Bull's timeout.
Yeah, they're icing the kicker.
Yeah, they. For those who missed it, at the end of regulation, Vacos had that 45-yarder. Craig Bull called the timeout and iced them, and he missed that kick.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, it stinks. I wouldn't have iced, but you'll have just as many people on the other side if he hit it, be like, why'd you take the timeouts and not ice him? So that's a 50-50 coin flip. I don't know what the math, I'd love to see the math on icing the kicker, what that does. I don't know if there's any stat that could accurately tell it because you got to factor in the kicker.
Let's send it down to the field for the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl trophy presentation, brought to you by Hooters. Ronan Caleb, take it away.
Arizona! What a night it's been. The inaugural partnership between Barstool Sports and the Arizona Bowl. But tonight was owned by the Ohio Bobcats. Stars, beautiful moments, overtime, nail-biting play. But only one man could go home with the MVP tonight, and that's your quarterback, C.J. Harris. You just threw a game-winning touchdown in a bowl game, and your entire team sprinted down the field to congratulate you and celebrate. What's going through your head right now?
Everything. I mean, like, I love these boys. Like, they supported me throughout the whole season. So, you know, they knew it. They had my back, so I had theirs, and I had to go ahead and make a play.
It got close, but at the end of the day, you're going home with that hardware. So, without further ado, the MVP right there. Hold that thing up, brother. You earned it, but there's some more hardware to give away. We got a trophy to give away because you boys earned that thing today. So, the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl trophy, we got to give it to you, Coach, because you earned that thing. Go ahead, Coach. Yeah, pop that thing up there. Let's go, 10, baby. 10. Coach, you guys came back down the field, tied the game. What does it say about the resilience of your squad that you never said die?
Brick worthy. I told them at the hotel, gentlemen, that brick means something. That's going to prevail tonight.
That's a brick. Maybe brick watches for this squad because they earned it with the way they played. What can you tell us about your quarterback over there, the MVP of this game?
Unbelievable, very resilient young man. Never say die. Injury happened, stepped right in, didn't miss a beat. Had a tough one in the championship game, but what he did tonight was what he's about.
Well, we've done a lot of talking, but now it's your turn to do some celebrating. Congratulations to the Ohio Bobcats, the winner of the Arizona Bowl.
Well, guys, C.J. Harris certainly deserved that MVP trophy. Tim Albin, a 10-win season for the first time since 2011, and Big Cat Maction reigns supreme here in Tucson tonight.
What a game, what a season. I also just want to say shout out to everyone in the booth, in the truck, the producers, the Barstool staff. We have so many people here behind the scenes that make us look good. We just show up and do it. And Dave, I'll remember this game for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so will I. And honestly, if you're going to get beat on a perfect play. It was a perfect pass, perfect catch, perfect ending to a great game. Thank you to all the fans who came out. And overall, it was a surreal experience to be part of it. Congrats to Ohio. I feel bad for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
There's your MVP, C.J. Harris.
We may have to give them all brick watches.
Listen, Dave, if I could...
Final thoughts here, guys. Wrap up the night.
I just want to say, if I could give the win to Wyoming, I would, but I can't because the game happened. So I would, though, Dave. I want you to know that.
Dave, how do you think the inaugural Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl went from top to bottom?
It was the game lived up to it. You are always at the mercy of the game, right? We had a great game from the opening gun to the final whistle, so that helps. I had fun doing it with you guys. I think people enjoyed it on the telecast. And they deserve it. It was a great game all the way. Listen, I'm not a sore loser, and I love both squads. Ohio is dead to me now for the next 48 hours or next 72 because Michigan, I'm a Michigan grad.
You're going to the game, aren't you?
Going to the game tomorrow, so I got to refocus to get my energy. I like Ohio University, but I got some other Ohios on my mind. Great Arizona Bowl. Thank you, everybody involved, like Dan said. It was fun doing it, and hopefully the first of many.
Absolutely. A true instant classic here at Arizona Stadium in Tucson tonight. My goodness, you'll always remember where you were for the inaugural Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, an overtime thriller for Ohio. Electricity in the beginning, excitement and fun all around, on the field and outside of it. But in the end, it's the Ohio Bobcats who hoist the championship trophy, a 30-27 overtime win over the Wyoming Cowboys. For my broadcast partners, Dave Portnoy, Dan, Big Cat Cats, and everybody behind the scenes, both with Barstool and in the production truck, I'm Jake Marsh signing off from Arizona Stadium. Thank you so much for watching the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl from our entire crew. Have a Happy New Year.